Anybody who knows anything about me knows that one of my passions in life is being a gentleman.
That is not true at all.
Mm-hmm. Opening the door for a lady is one of the best feelings ever.
You're so full of crap
Or so
right now.
I hear from idiots who do that.
People should do that.
I thought your gentlemanness was limited to more shots.
Yeah, buying her shots.
There you go.
It's your second date update. We've got Carol on the phone right now. She emailed us saying that she went on a date with a true gentleman
That's nice.
and has no idea why he's not calling her back. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Tell us about this.
Milady. That's how gentlemen speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
the
us
way.
about the real gentleman in your life, not Jubal.
Well, Jubal is one of my favorite gentlemen. But
Nice.
I know, sweetheart.
Then I'm really worried about your definition of gentleman, but continue.
well, I went out with this guy, Travis. You know, we met at a bar. I mean, that's pretty typical. We were doing like a trivia night thing, and he asked me out, and like on a real date, which I feel like hardly ever happens anymore. And
Yeah.
he took me out to one of those like piano bars with like the dueling pianos. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And he just was such a gentleman. Like, he picked me up at my door. He opened the door for me.
Did he have a chariot? Did he have a chariot, Carol?
I believe it was a Toyota.
Oh.
But,
All right. So he's not that much of a gentleman.
Hey, that's a 2013 Chariot right there.
It really
he's-
did mileage.
He started off the night on a good foot. What else did he do that really just wooed you?
Oh, he wouldn't let me pay for anything. Everywhere we went, he held the door for me. He pulled my chair out for me. He was just, like, so sweet the whole time, kept asking me questions and actually, like, listening to me and wanting to, like, learn about my family. You know, I actually...
Here at the
like,
piano bar. Tell me about your family. That's awesome.
well, like, you know,
Yeah.
I feel bad because I had to leave to go home because I had to work really early in the morning, but we were hitting it off so well. We were getting close, you know, and
Yeah.
I even kind of made the first move to kiss him, and I'm just really surprised I haven't heard from him.
Did you kiss him?
Yeah, Carol.
Yeah, you kind of just said you made the first move to kiss him, but
Yeah.
did you kiss him or did he turn you away and say, no, a gentleman never
Not on the first
locks
date.
lips on the first date? For you are a lady and I'm a man and I will treat you with respect.
Okay.
Or did he kiss you?
No, he kissed me, and it was a nice kiss, and I wanted to keep going, but, you know, I had to get up so early, and I think both of us just knew we had to cut it off there, and maybe that was, like, really disappointing to him.
Carol, what did he say to you at the end of the evening? Did he say, like, I'll call you tomorrow and we're definitely going to hang out again, or?
No, he just told me I looked pretty again, and it made me feel really nice, and then I was just, I guess, so caught up in the moment, I wasn't even thinking about planning our next date at that time. I just figured this is going so well, I'm totally going to hear from him.
I
Don't
think
you-
I know the problem.
Uh-oh.
Normally, gentlemen communicate via carrier pigeon.
Oh, that's it.
Probably what you need to do there.
Jubal, don't you think, though, that that's really far extremes to go to just get a piece at the end of the night?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
mean-
saying.
You could just insult the girl.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
really don't need to put in that much work. All right, we're going to play a song. Come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
All right, Carol, you ready to call Travis?
Yes, I'm definitely ready.
Just to let everybody know, if you're tuning in for the second part of the second date update, Carol wants us to call a dude named Travis who was a perfect gentleman.
Oh, knight in shining armor.
Opened doors for her, held out chairs. Does that sound right? Pulled out chairs.
God, you can't even get
I
it
don't
right.
even know what you do.
You're such not a gentleman.
Yeah.
Can't even say it.
Is that what you do? You pull
Pull the door
That seems
open.
mean. You just pull out chairs while they're sitting on them?
Yeah, is that what you... Okay, whatever. He did all that stuff.
You propped the door.
Yeah, so she really liked him. At the end of the date, they shared a kiss at her door, and then he left, never to be heard from again. She's tried texting him, calling him, and can't get an answer, so we're about to call him right now.
And Carol, it sounded like this guy kind of restored your faith in men.
I mean, I felt like he was really starting to sweep me off my feet, so I know these can sometimes be, like, embarrassing, but I feel like he's really worth it.
All right, I'm going to call him right now, okay?
Okay.
A perfect gentleman like Travis, does he have a ringtone or just trumpets that sound?
They're actually bugles, Jubal?
Oh, bugles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, Hey, can I speak to Travis, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Travis, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5.
Oh, hi.
Listen, I know it's kind of weird for me to be calling you, but I wanted to actually talk to you for a second about a mutual friend we have.
Okay.
Her name is Carol. You went out on a date with her a little while ago?
Oh, Carol? Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What?
Huh?
What does that mean?
No, nothing. What's up?
Well, Carol's a friend of mine, and she liked the date that you guys went on.
Uh-huh.
She would love to go out on a second date and is kind of wondering why you're not calling her back. Did she do something wrong on your date?
You know, it just didn't really come together.
It didn't come together. She said you guys kissed at the end and like you were a perfect gentleman. She had nothing but nice things to say about you.
Oh, yeah, well, you know. That's the way I roll, dog.
Oh, nice.
No, you know how it is. You got to do what you got to do, you know? I mean, when you go out on a date, you want to make a good first impression. You know, you want to get what you want out of the date.
So, all right.
God.
So you were acting like a gentleman to try to get some.
Well, I mean, me and my boys, we worked this all out. I don't want to just be giving away our trade secrets.
Travis.
Who are you?
Travis. I like you, Travis.
Are you like what is happening in life right now?
Carol knows that we're going to call you.
Uh-huh.
So whatever your answer is, like, she's prepared to hear it. If it's something about her or whatever, she just wants to know if she did something wrong on your date is all.
I guess she didn't actually probably knowingly do anything wrong. I mean, it's just a sign.
What's a
What's
sign?
it, dude? You are speaking like you and your boys in a plan, and there's a sign. Use like sentences that I can understand here, Travis.
I was talking to my guys, and they all have like a different set of rules for themselves when they go out on a first date. With me, it just comes down to two things. And the first thing is always date up. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Always date up.
Yeah, we always
Yeah.
date up. Yep.
And the second thing that is like an unbreakable rule is never date a girl wearing granny panties.
Never date a girl wearing granny panties?
What?
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
It's weird, but I kind of agree, actually.
No. How do you even know what kind of underwear this chick was wearing?
You pull out the chair, you open the door, you get a good look at that. I mean, you just gotta keep it real,
I love
I
it.
can't say no granny panties, man.
Oh my God, Travis.
Travis, I should tell you now that Carol is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
She's on hold on the other line.
No, I'm right here.
What?
Yeah, I heard everything you just said. That's disgusting.
Amen, Carol.
Just chill out, take it easy.
No, you took it easy. You just put my ass on blast on the radio. What's the problem? I thought we had a nice time. You're a jerk.
It's scientifically proven from all the websites and all the books that I read. It's scientifically proven that a girl that wears granny panties is just a lot less fun than anybody who wears sexy underwear. You know what I'm saying?
You, Travis.
Hey, Travis.
That's not even a real reason. You don't even know what my situation was that day. Maybe I had to do laundry. Maybe I was having a different kind of situation.
Yeah. Amen, sister. Amen. You tell him. Sometimes you just need
I hear
comfortable
what
underwear.
you're saying, but if all you got in the drawer is granny panties, then, I just can't hang.
You don't know about what I have in my drawers. You never even took the chance to get to know me like that, so you shouldn't even be talking about what I've got going on
Amen.
in my pants. It's just
All I know is you're going on a first date, you want to make a good first impression, and you wore the granny panties.
I mean,
You feel better about yourself, but you wore the granny panties, and I just can't, I can't hang with that.
Carol.
you're a pig. All you care about is what kind of underwear I have on. You're disgusting.
Carol.
That's not all I care about, but,
Not making it better.
This guy isn't supposed to be seeing your underwear on a first date. You weren't even inviting him to do that.
No, but
I will
guys
say,
do
as a guy, you do kind of pay attention because if a woman is wearing really, really nice underwear on her first date, usually means she's planning on you seeing them later.
What
girl that you've dated even wears underwear?
There's been like one.
Okay.
That one time.
That's true. That's true. You know, I was wearing my nicest silk boxers that day. I just had to say, you know.
I have all kinds of stuff you'll never get to see if you're going to be like that.
Oh.
I support granny panties too, by the way. Just letting everybody
Thank
know.
you.
You're fine.
Yeah. Hey, Travis.
Really, you support granny panties? That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Don't be telling people to wear no granny panties on the first date. That's bad advice. Don't listen.
Hey, Travis. I would love to send you out on a second date with Carol. We will pay for it. Maybe give her a second chance and see if she'll wear some better underwear for you.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, where are we going?
I don't know. Carol, do you want to go out with Travis again?
Absolutely not. That guy's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm good.
Travis,
Yeah.
do you have any advice for all the women listening out there? Because it sounds like you are in tune.
Ladies, please, by all means, wear your nice underwear when you go out on a first date.
You heard it from Travis.
Yeah.
It's officially law now.
Take note, ladies.
I mean, you dress nice on the outside. Why not dress nice under there, too? You never know. You never know who's looking.
I want to. You know what, Travis? I think we need to have a fashion segment with you on the
Yeah,
show from now on.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'd be in.
You know what?
Oh,
I'm
really?
gonna stop shaving my legs in protest of you, Travis.
And when did you start shaving your
Well,
legs?
that's a good point.
Yeah.
There's only you.
It is Valentine's Day, right?
I love love.
Special Valentine's Day second date
Oh, I
update.
feel like there's so much extra pressure on this one.
Hopefully it ends very poorly.
No,
That would make
Jubal.
my Valentine's Day wonderful. We're about to talk to Dylan right now. Dylan emailed us about a girl named Nikki. Dylan, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, how are you? Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm all right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
I feel like he needs to talk in a softer voice.
Dylan. Happy Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Jubal.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, Dylan.
I'm not going to stop until you say it back to me, Dylan. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, all right.
There it is, Dylan.
Dylan, why don't you tell us about the girl that you want us to call for you?
Her name is Nikki. We've known each other for, it's been like 10 years now. We met in college.
Oh.
She's just an awesome, awesome girl. We got along really well, and just over the past 10 years, you know, there's always been, I think, something between us, but it's one of those situations where she's always dating someone or I'm dating someone, and recently she broke up with the guy that she had been seeing, or I guess he dumped her. So this is the first time, and I guess in recent memory, where we're both single, and I just feel like it's the right time to sort of make my move, because it's been hanging out now for the last 10 years, and it's always been something that I've wanted, so might as well go for it, you know?
You want to pick up that rebound.
Yeah.
Get her while she's vulnerable.
Dylan, are you saying that you didn't go on a date with her yet? This is going to be the first time you've talked to her about your feelings?
So it's kind of strange, because like I said, we're friends, and we hang out with a group of friends, and we took her out to sort of raise her spirits, and that night, we just sort of walked off, the two of us, and we had a couple of drinks, and she just said, you know, I really just want to find somebody that I can create a life with, and somebody who's a good friend as well as, like, you know, a partner, like a romantic partner.
Right.
Wow.
And so I wasn't sure if she was giving me sort of a signal, like, you know, make your move or don't, but I felt like it was sort of her way of saying, like, yeah, I think I feel the same way that you do.
So you feel like she might have been hinting at the fact that she has an attraction to you too?
Yeah, I mean, she's known that we've been friends for a long time, and I sense it, and I'm sure she senses that there's an attraction there between the two of us. It's not a one-sided thing. So, yeah, I think she was sort of inviting this.
Okay.
Did you go ahead then, or did you not go ahead? Like, in that moment, did you take that moment to kiss her? It sounds perfect.
No, I didn't kiss her. You know,
Dylan.
I wanted to, but we were also there to cheer her up. She had just broken up with somebody, and I don't want to seem like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't
Yeah.
want to be just like a quick rebound sort of thing. It's a little more special than
You're
that.
at a party for her to feel better from being broken up with.
Hey.
Might not be the best time if you like want a long relationship with this girl to try to swoop in there.
Yeah.
Maybe ask her for like a legit date and talk to her about it, than just being like, yeah, forget about that guy. Let's do this.
Cool.
It's like being at a funeral and just being like, hey, we should get out of this place, shouldn't we?
I like it.
Like
being at a funeral. I like when he died.
I like that Jubal is promoting being a gentleman right now.
I know,
And
right?
Brooke's like, do it, kiss
Yeah,
him.
you should just jump on her right there.
Come on, that
Get
was
in the picture.
Wait, are you wanting our help to like make this declaration of love and ask her out on a date?
Yeah, I'd like to do something kind of special, so.
Oh, we should totally do it.
On Valentine's Day.
Nope, we're not going to do it.
Yes, we
Come
are.
on,
We
Jill.
just talked to this guy for 4 minutes to not do it.
Wait, no.
What do you guys think? All right. Hey, Dylan, we're going to call her right after this. All right, we're going to play a song, come back, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
It is a special Valentine's Day second date update. I figure we should start that with the most romantic song ever written.
Oh, yeah?
I don't
Yeah.
trust you.
If I was your boyfriend.
That's right. The beautiful tones of one Justin Bieber is going to get us into this part of the second date update because Dylan wants to call his friend Nikki and ask if he can be her boyfriend.
Don't play this music.
Yeah.
Dylan, how long have you known Nikki?
10 years.
10 years. She recently broke up with a longtime boyfriend. They hung out like in a group of friends the other night at her post-breakup party where everybody got together to make her feel good. Dylan says that they went off into the corner and talked, and she was giving him a vibe. And he thinks that she knows that he's into her, too. So he wants us to call her right now and sort of break the news that he wants to date her.
It's been 10 years, and this is the first time I'm saying this, so I'm a little nervous about it.
Cool. I wouldn't worry about it because it usually doesn't complicate things. So, we're good.
You felt this way for longer than just the other night, right?
She's always been on my radar, and I have just realized in the last, year and a half that she's somebody who I could really see being with.
Yeah.
And now is the perfect timing.
God, I hope it works out. Please
She's
work it
battered
out.
and broken. And,
And it's a really low-key, not stressful day.
yeah.
No pressure.
Not on Valentine's Day. This is
Yeah.
everything's aligning for you right now.
Yeah, and on the radio.
Dylan. Okay. Here we go. You ready to call her?
Yeah, as ready as I'll ever be.
All right, here we go.
Good luck, Dylan.
I'm excited.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Nikki, please?
this is Nikki.
Nikki, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm fine. This is the radio.
Yes. I'm calling because I wanted to talk to you for a second about a friend of yours named Dylan. You know Dylan, right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, Dylan has been a friend of yours for how long? Like 10 years?
Yeah, 10 or 11 maybe. Yeah.
All right, so you guys have been friends for a long time. Dylan recently told us that you went through a breakup. Sorry to hear that.
Okay. This is very personal.
He didn't tell us, that's all he said. He didn't give us any of the details. If you want to give me some of the details, I'll listen. But
That's not why we're calling.
he just said that you recently went through a breakup, and he ended up hanging out with you and a bunch of friends the other night. And he said that when you guys were out the other night talking, you were saying how you wanted a boyfriend who was also a good friend and everything else. And he felt like you were giving him signals like you might be interested too. So Dylan wanted us to call you and ask if you would be interested in going out with him.
Dylan wants to take me on a date, like a romantic date.
Yes, the most romantic date ever.
Oh my God, tonight?
I don't know when. He just said he wants to take out, but tonight would be perfect. It is Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
What do you think of Dylan?
He's a great guy.
That sounded like you just sort of slugged him on the shoulder, like, you're a nice buddy.
You're nice.
Yeah, he's like my brother.
Oh, no.
Okay, we don't want to hear
Whoa, 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 whoa. I am like your brother? Come on, Nikki.
Dylan?
Yeah, Nikki, that's Dylan. He was on the other line listening. Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
I'm a little confused because the other night when we were sitting outside and you were talking about you want to date somebody who's a friend, maybe I'm completely wrong, but Nikki, I think you were giving me all the signals to say, go for it. At least that's what it seemed like to me.
I'm so sorry. That is not what I was intending for it to be, at all.
So you literally think of Dylan as a brother and not in sexual way or any sort of attractive way at all.
No, not at all. And furthermore, I would feel a little bit uncomfortable dating two people at the same time.
What?
You're dating somebody?
You just broke up with somebody.
Hey, she's gonna rebound. Don't mess with her. All right.
Well,
Who are you dating?
no, I mean, not seriously, obviously, but Scott just asked me out. Our buddy Scott.
Another
Are
friend?
you kidding me? Are you serious? When did he ask
Yeah.
you out?
Like yesterday.
What a mother...
Dylan, is Scott a good friend of yours?
I told Scott that I was going to ask you out. Like, this is unreal to me. I confided in him. I told him how I felt about you, and this is what he does. He goes out and asks you out.
Oh, this is not how I want a Valentine's
I have no idea. He, to be totally honest, had some stuff to say about you too. Like, I don't know what you guys have going on between you, but
Nikki,
clearly you guys need to have this discussion. Maybe not on the radio.
Nikki, you're like that hot girl in the group of friends that every single dude wants to date, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe. That'd be great.
Okay.
That's okay.
I haven't been single in a long time. This is all very new for me.
So you're like hanging out with your friends like sharks in a feeding frenzy.
Wait,
So Dylan, you talked to Scott and told him that you wanted to ask Nikki out, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you should go for it."
Yeah, he was like, cool, bro. That sounds like... And he even said, he's like, you guys, it seems like there's something there. Like, he recognized it as well.
Dude, that's breaking bro code.
Like, Nikki, I think you're really awesome, and it's just a little messed up that you would go out with this guy who's talking trash about somebody else, you know? Like, is that really who you want to date?
I know what I just said, but he wasn't being, like, crazy mean. He was just, like, we were just talking about everybody. Like, I'm been spending a lot of time with my friends, and it's been really comforting right now, and he wasn't
yeah, but
like...
now knowing that I confided in him, and then he goes and backstabs me, like, just think about, look, if you don't have feelings for me, like, granted, that doesn't make me feel great, of course, but think about who you're dating now with this guy. Like, that's just not the road you want to go down.
You're doing the exact same thing to him. Also, how did I get in the middle of this all of a sudden? That is not what I
You did it because Dylan was smart enough to call us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dylan. Hey, Nikki, would love to offer you a date with Dylan, though. We'll pay for it. You're not seriously dating his buddy, Scott, who, frankly, did go behind his back and ask you out. You should think about that. So why don't you go out with Dylan instead? We'll pay for it.
I don't want to be rude, but would you pay for the date with Scott?
Oh, did
You
really
did not just say that, Nikki.
Oh,
I mean, I understood where you were coming from.
I
until
don't
then.
I don't know Scott, but he sounds like a go-getter, so maybe.
It just sounds like he must be really hot.
Yeah, is Scott hot, Nikki?
Yeah, he's not bad. He's, yeah.
Yeah.
He's hotter than Dylan. That's what Nikki's saying. Dylan, do you have anything else to say to Nikki?
Oh my gosh.
I guess it changes the way that I sort of see you, and I wish that wasn't the case, but it does, so.
Whoa, no! We've been together through everything. You can't end our friendship over this.
You want to still stay friends, Nikki, after all this?
Yeah. I would like to pretend that none of this ever happened, to be totally honest.
Look, I mean, this whole thing with Scott, like,
Right.
I just think I need to step away from this circle of people. Like, it's just a little weird to me right now.
All I have to say is I am so glad a successful Valentine's Day second date. Love is grand. Not only a relationship ruined in the romantic sense, but also a friendship gone. No! God, I love Valentine's Day.
What have we done?
I feel like a little melted flower.
It's always nice to have fond memories after a first date. Like, oh, I remember our first date. We had pasta overlooking the water, and it was beautiful. Or we went for a long hike to the top of a beautiful mountain and saw the sunset. What a lovely memory. Or I remember when I got physically assaulted by them on a first date.
What?
That's always a great memory to have. And that's sort of what happened to Harry, who's on the phone right now and wants to do a second date update. His date physically assaulted him on their first date, but he still wants to call her back. You'll understand why he wants to call her back in a second. Harry, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for your email, and thank you for agreeing to do a second date update with us today. Before we get into how you were physically assaulted on your first date, tell us a little bit about the girl you want to call today.
All right. Her name's Samantha. We met at a club. I was out for one of my best friend's birthdays. We had been pre-gaming, partying in the early evening. We went out, and it was like an amazing night, and then I met her, and she had the most beautiful eyes, amazing legs, and we started talking. And
I'm sorry, I
dancing,
have to interrupt. You're making it sound like the moment was just beautiful, and she had beautiful eyes. You're at a club. You just thought she was hot.
I think that's what he was saying. Beautiful eyes and sexy legs. I mean, I think that's exactly what he was saying right there. He said he was attracted to her.
Yeah, I thought she was hot. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so how did you approach her at the bar?
I kind of just walked up to her and just struck up a conversation. I was feeling really confident because I had been drinking. And,
That'll do it.
yeah.
It does help a lot. So how long were you guys hanging out together at the club?
we were probably at the club for like 2 hours, drinking and dancing and hanging out.
So were
All
you
2 hours, I'd say.
Were you semi-sober when you met her?
I mean, we were drinking pretty much the whole time, so I was pretty tipsy.
Okay. Do you remember much of the conversation with her, or you don't really care?
At the time, it seemed like we were having such a brilliant conversation, but I couldn't tell you exactly what we were talking about.
I've had many of those.
Yeah, that's what always happens. You're like, oh man, we were breaking down everything. And then somebody shows you a video when you're drunk, you're like, oh, I didn't no idea what I was talking about. All right, so how did the rest of the evening go with her?
It was going really good. We went back to my place, and things started to get a little intimate, which was nice. And that's kind of when things took a turn for the worst.
And that's when the assault happened.
What is
Right,
the
Harry?
assault?
Do I have to say it?
Yeah, you do have to say it.
All right, well, how do I put it? Well, we were being intimate while she was having her moment. Somehow I got kneed in the face.
So she kneed him in the face while they were doing it.
What, did you scream or what? I mean, that had to ruin everything.
I was so shocked. I literally fell off the bed. It was really hard, and I'm not sure if it's from her knee or the fall off the bed, but I had like a cut on like kind of the like edge of my forehead.
So you're
Drunk
bleeding?
sex is the best, isn't it? Just flailing around on the bed. She knees you in the head and you fall off and then get a cut on your head.
Yeah, I guess it's funny now, but it wasn't so great at the time.
What did she say to you after that?
From what I remember, she just came right over and like was really apologetic and trying to take care of me. You know, I was like kind of blacked out a bit.
Yeah, she gets some gauze and bandage up your head like you had a huge head wound.
Well, she took me in the bathroom and she was putting like cold water on my forehead, and like she got a little like a towel and put it over my forehead. Like she was doing what she could.
She injured you. Of course she's going to try to help you out.
I wouldn't call you back after a night like that either. That sounds horrible.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. I think she's embarrassed because we were having a great. I mean, this is like I'm embarrassed. I can't imagine what she feels like.
Yeah.
This is like the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me.
Have you sent her any text messages or called her being like, hey, I think it's funny what happened. It's okay. Don't be embarrassed.
No, I've been texting her like. I texted her like a bunch of times trying to make her feel better and, kind of like to like play it down like it's a joke. Like, she doesn't, I don't want her to see the bandage on my forehead,
And has she said anything back to you at all?
No.
Okay, my guess is she probably is embarrassed and doesn't want to call you back after that. I can understand that.
That's what I'm thinking because, in the morning she wasn't there. She just left. So, like, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
When you give your date a concussion on the first date during sex, you might be a little scared to call them back.
Yeah, so, that's why I sent you guys the email.
All right, well,
Makes sense.
we're going to play a song, come back, call her, hear her side of the story,
I can't wait.
and get your second date update, all right?
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Today's second date update should be a lesson to all of the ladies listening right now. If you want a guy to be interested in you, so much so that he's willing to call a radio station to get a hold of you, all you have to do is knee him in the head during sexual relations. That's all it takes for a guy to really want to call you back. Harry is on the phone with us, and today he wants to call a girl named Samantha. Samantha and him had a drunken night at his place. They were hammered. They were doing the things that people do when they're hammered, and in the middle of it, she kneed him in the head, and then he fell off the bed and cut his head. And when he woke up in the morning, she was gone. So he's assuming that she was just a little embarrassed about the situation and isn't calling him back. Harry, before we make your phone call, how long ago did this happen?
the actual incident was probably like a month ago.
Oh, it's that long that you've been trying to get a hold of her. So, do you have it worked out in your head what you're going to say once you get her on the phone?
That's what you guys are here to help for, right?
And how many text messages have you sent her telling her that it's okay what she did?
Too many. A bunch.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is Samantha there?
No, she's in the shower. Can I take a message?
Sure. Who am I speaking with?
This is and is this Steph office?
Maybe. I'd really like to speak to Samantha, please.
I'm her boyfriend. I can speak for her. It's fine.
You're her boyfriend?
Yeah. Are you calling us back about the appointment?
Yes, I am, and the results are all back.
What are you talking about? We haven't been in yet.
Oh, no, I got all the results right here.
No, I'm sure we haven't been in yet. We were coming in for the pregnancy test.
Oh. Those are the results you're looking for.
Yeah, is this Dr.
Yes, it is. And you say that you haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
No, we haven't been in for the pregnancy test yet.
Okay. All right, what I'm looking at is wrong then. I'm sorry. My notes say that you guys went in. So you need an appointment?
Yeah, that's what we were waiting on.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, I should talk to her about this.
I mean, she's in the shower, but I guess you could call back.
All right, I'll do that. How about that? I'll check my notes because obviously something I got it screwed up. It says that you've already been in and you haven't, so I'll check my notes and then I'll give her a call, okay?
All right. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. What was your name again?
Oh, I'm Kevin.
Kevin, looking forward to seeing you.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, bye-bye.
Oh,
wow.
my God.
Is that a
Hey,
joke?
Harry?
I don't even know what to say. What the
Oh, my
God.
I hope you don't mind me letting that guy go. I felt like
That's
I
not-
felt like I shouldn't have revealed to him that this was a big thing.
Oh my God.
So there's that. Yeah, I felt like
This is.
as soon as he started talking about doctor's office, I was just screwing with him, and then as soon as he said the pregnant thing, I was like, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, that's intense, man.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna contact?
I'm not
her?
going to do anything.
But look at the timing. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't jump to conclusions, but if you're talking about you hooked up a month ago and she's just now going to a doctor's office.
No. We use protection. Definitely.
Sometimes it can fail, you know.
That's not 100%.
I just can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Dude.
Neither can
I don't know what to say. I mean, like, that's nothing like this has ever happened to me before. This is...
I can still, try to call back and get her on the phone at some point and see if I can get you.
No. I don't want to get involved in any way.
Do you think that there's any way that maybe this is like a new boyfriend? I'm just trying to look at like some sort of positive out of this.
That she wants to have a baby with?
I don't know, Lydia.
I think it's pretty obvious here, Harry.
Oh, this is
She was
horrible.
at the bar, drunk, hooked up with you, realized that she made a mistake, probably feeling guilty.
Of course.
Not calling you back because she has a boyfriend who she thinks may have gotten her pregnant.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is so insane.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea. She seemed single.
Yeah, did she ever say to you throughout your date, did she seem like she had a boyfriend or anything at all?
Not at all.
Did she seem like she had a bun in the oven at all?
No.
No, okay. I don't know. Some guys are attracted to that. I don't know.
She was
Maybe-
at a bar drinking all night, Jubal. I think that's a pretty indication, good indication.
Not
that-
really.
I just can't believe that happened.
Well, this is normally the time where I'm like, hey, do you want to go on a second date? We'll pay for it. I don't really know how to handle this one at all.
What do we do?
I guess I can send you out on the date with a text messenger. Somebody texts into the show. Do you want a date with just a random person from the show?
You know, I think I should be more cautious on who I go out with.
Yeah,
Yes, thank
exactly.
you.
Because
Finally.
trust me, you don't want to date with anybody that's texting into our show at 78592. All right, well, at least you got your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope for you that, like, 17 years from now, some kid doesn't show up and go, hey, we have the same nose. You hooked up with my mom years ago.
Oh, God. That is not funny at all.
I think it is, a little bit.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
want to address something on the text message board right now at 78592. No, I am not calling that girl back.
Thank you.
I am not doing it. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. I'm moving 92.5. If you don't know what I'm talking about the second date update that we just played.
Wow.
This guy, Harry, wanted us to call this girl. I'm not using her name. We actually beeped it out in the second date update when we taped it because I don't want to blow up her spot too much.
Yeah.
But a guy named Kevin answered the phone. We left that name in there because there's lots of Kevins. Whatever. But anyway, a guy named Kevin answered the phone, and I was joking with him because he's like, oh, is this a doctor's office? And I was kind of doing my thing, going like, yeah, it is a doctor's office, like an idiot, like I do. And then it came out that apparently they are trying to make an appointment for a pregnancy test. Harry hooked up with this girl. They had a wild night. She ended up kneeing him in the face while they were doing it, which is funny. And then she left the next day. He thought maybe she was embarrassed. Turns out she probably was embarrassed and a little bit upset at herself that she cheated on her boyfriend because this guy sounded like they lived together and they've probably been together a long time. Anyway, I decided to stop it and not continue to go on with it anymore.
God.
And thank you, by the way. Thank you, everybody on Twitter who has tweeted me. And everybody texting in at 78592 saying I did the right thing.
For once.
For once in my life.
I was so worried that you were gonna say something to
I
this
was going
man.
to.
I
And
mean,
I really
seriously.
was. I was like on the fence. I'm like, all right, I just can't. I can't put them on blast like that.
And the
Like,
thing is-
if this girl cheated on the dude, that's one thing. But if there's a unborn kid involved, I don't want to be the guy to ruin that whole thing. Like, I'll let them figure that out on their own.
And there's no way you make a doctor appointment for a pregnancy test unless you've already taken a pregnancy test and it's come back positive.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's
that
I mean,
is-
this is real life. It's not a joke.
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. Well, it would have been awesome just to
funny.
do it. Like, they're just like, what? You cheated on me? And now this might be that guy's kid? And we're just like, Jose's in the background just going crazy. Oh my God, this is nuts.
Oh my God, your lives are ruined.
Yeah. We hit the big, like, Brooke and Jubal in the morning sweeper and get out.
Oh, so bad.
hey,
turned
Young
into
Jeffrey's
Maury.
song of the week coming up next.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it is coming up next.
You can ask the guys if they want to go on a date and talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. You guys want to go on it? Yeah, it would just have all been terrible. So for the first time in my life, I thought I'd make the appropriate decision and be like, nah, I can't do
Good
it.
job, Jubal.
If you missed it, make sure you listen to it on our website. It'll be uploaded in a little while, movie925.com. Thomas is on the phone with us right now for a second date update. He's not even really sure if he wants a second date with the girl that he went out with, but he does know one thing. If he can't get a second date, he wants some of his money back.
What?
Yeah.
Thomas.
Thomas, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
So your email said you went out on a date with a girl and you think she might have just like used you to eat at a really nice restaurant.
Oh, yeah. This is the most expensive date I've ever been on.
Really?
Oh.
And
Okay.
what made you want to spend all this money on this girl? How'd you meet her? What makes her so special?
We met online, and we've been texting for the last, month.
Okay.
So I thought things were, pretty solid. And I don't know. It's, the best first date I've ever been on, honestly.
Okay. And did you, before you guys went out, did you say, hey, we're both going to pay for the date?
Yeah, we were going to split it up.
So you knew that. Okay. But you ended up
Yeah.
paying for everything.
Yeah. I kind of, in the middle of dinner, was like, this is going well enough. I want to lock down a second date. And she was like, yeah, totally. So then when the check came, I offered to pay for the whole thing. And she was like, I'll get you on the next one.
Okay.
Oh.
How much was dinner, if you don't mind me asking?
It was $265.
Oh, jeez.
Woo.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's fancy.
I'll pay for this $260 dinner right now. You take me to Applebee's and drop 40.
That seems
Pretty
fair.
much what you did.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Who picked the restaurant in the first place? I mean,
I chose it just because it is a nice place, and I figured it'd make a great impression.
Look, I have trouble spending over $50 on a date, and that's with my girlfriend who I've been with for over a year now. What makes you want to spend over $300 on a girl on a first date?
She's incredibly attractive, very, very good looking. Probably the best looking girl I've ever taken on a first date. And so I was like, great. I don't know. I thought that would seal the deal.
You do realize, though, when you ask a girl to a really expensive restaurant, usually it's kind of an unwritten rule that you're going to pay, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I kind of knew that going in, but that's why in the middle of the first date, I wanted to lock down the second one. I don't even care if the second date is as expensive. I just wanted the second date. She was that good looking.
But are you assuming that she would have paid for half if you hadn't offered?
Oh, yeah, she totally would have. She was reaching for a purse and everything. And I was like, no,
I
All
got
right.
this one. You get the next one.
Okay.
That's good.
And how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date to set up your second encounter where she was supposed to pay?
So I texted her that night just to tell her I had a great time. She texted back one time. She said, "I'm really busy. I'll call you back later," and then never called back. There was no return phone call.
All right. So an excuse, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Called her a day later. Waited a couple days. Texted again. Left a message. I mean, at this point, I've called her now 3 times and gotten nothing.
Okay.
It's not good.
So do you want another date with her?
It's at this point, she's blowing me off so much. I don't want another date, but if I'm not going to get that second dinner, she said I'll get the second one. I want that half of the bill that I paid to be paid for then.
What? You actually want to call her and ask for your money back
A refund.
on your date?
Yeah. She sold me a bill of goods, and it's good. And pony up, you know?
This is less of a
second. Going to take me to dinner and then not answer when I text you, especially when we had a great date.
It's less of a second date update and more of small claims court right now.
It really is.
Gosh.
At this point, she paid for her half with a peck on the cheek at the end of the date. That's what she paid.
Okay.
Sometimes that's worth $300.
So you guys didn't even really kiss or anything?
No. It was I was very nice at the end. It was just a little kiss on the cheek, whatever. And I was okay, great. I'll see you on the second date and hopefully get a little better kiss.
That's got to upset you if you drop almost $300 on
come
dinner and that's all you
on.
get. Yeah, come
She's
on.
not obligated.
Yeah, you are.
Kind of now, yes.
Yeah, over $75, you have to at least kiss.
At least get to one base.
Yeah. $300.
Gotta have a good story out of it or something.
Yeah, seriously. $300, I think you better get pregnant. But all right, man. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, see if we can get her on the phone and get your money back or a date or something.
Great.
All right, hold on.
I miss the taste of the sweet life. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I think more second date updates should be like this.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I think more dates in general should be like this.
What do you mean?
If you go out with someone and you spend too much on dinner and then you think about it later and go, I wish I wouldn't have dropped so much money, you should be able to get at least half of your money back if you don't see that person
There's
again.
no return policy on dating.
Well, I think that's the problem right there, Lydia. There needs to be one. Thomas is on the phone with us right now. He went out with a girl named Laura, met her online. They had a perfectly fine time on the date. The issue that he's having, though, is he ended up spending $300 on dinner.
Yeah.
When the check came, he said, hey, I'll pay for this, because she was reaching for her wallet. I'll pay for it as long as you get the next date. She agreed, and now she's not calling him back. So he's kind of over it.
At this point, I just want the money back. The second date, it's not as important. Just give me the cash.
Okay. All right.
You did say it was the most amazing date up until this whole money thing.
It was a very good date, and she's really hot.
Very good date. She's really hot. Kind of a user, though, because she didn't pay for the...
Oh, come on. He offered to pay.
The only reason I offered to pay was because she really genuinely seemed interested in the second date. And now I feel just a little betrayed. I feel like this kind of thing happens a little too often. Oh yeah, second date for sure, and then nothing.
Yeah, and I think you're taking a stand right now for everybody who's ever had to pay for a meal and then hasn't gotten one bought for them in return.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number, see if we can get her on the phone, and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome.
All right, hold on.
Hello?
Hi, is Laura there?
This is Laura.
Laura, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hello?
Yes. Just be like, trying to turn off and not talk to him again. So he was, I guess, and then I had to piece of the you. Thing I say every time, it's 22nd minute update. I don't know if you've heard it soon. So that's probably why. Oh, can we get? Oh, okay, well, that's good. This is one of the things I wanted us to call you about. Huh? It feels like a time. I didn't realize that. I don't know. I mean, I'm saying Time, and then like at this point, she's coming back. I don't care. I just want my money back because I shouldn't have had to spend so much on dinner, should I? That's okay. The second day with them. I would pay for it. About the money. I
and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. Well, actually, lots of texts in at 78592, all hating on me. I don't understand what the big deal is. I was just trying to help the guy out for the second date update. Thomas called us, wanted us to ask Laura to give him a refund on his date because he spent a bunch of money. She wasn't calling him back. He said, if she's not going to call me back for a date, then I'd at least like some of my money back for the almost $300 that I spent.
He was just being
and
bitter
it comes out that she was just not calling him back because she was busy, legitimately busy.
Yeah.
And then I happened to drop the fact that he wanted his money back, and then she got pissed and didn't want to date with him. At
You
the end,
threw him
both
under
of
the
us
bus.
told us to F off and then hung up the phone on us. I may have thrown him under the bus. Lots of people like, Jubal, you broke bro code.
Yeah.
Listen. There are certain times when it's okay to break bro code.
No.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like when we're trying to get ratings and we're trying to be funny.
For entertainment purposes.
For entertainment purposes, it is okay to break bro code. And yes, I did it.
It's his
Also,
life,
let's
though.
not remember this guy is not a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
He
Yes,
said
he
said
was
she should have
joking.
put out
You
because
guys.
he paid for an expensive dinner in the first part. Do you
Oh
not
my
remember
God,
that?
he did not
And he
say
wanted
that.
his money back for the... Come on, Brooke.
Yes,
like,
he did.
wanted his money back for the
wish I
date. That's
would've
the first
been
thing he
here
did.
When you guys recorded it, I think that he was just bitter and angry because he wasn't getting a call
That's like
back.
the first time you ever would stand up for a guy
Yeah,
like that.
wow.
No, if you would have been here and you would have said, I want my money back, you would have been like, you're a
No.
evil douchebag.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, look, all right, it's okay to break bro code
It is.
in instances like that.
No.
Because I knew it would be funny.
I don't.
And it was funny. Lots of people at
I think it's
78592 think it's funny. And Jose pointed out, hey, but that's his life that you're messing with.
Yeah,
right?
that's what
That
I'm
is his
saying.
life that I'm messing with, but also he's on our show, and that's my paycheck that I'm hopefully making bigger by messing with his life. So that's why I did it. I'm going to start today's second date update off with a line from the email that we got.
Ooh.
From Emma, who is on the phone with us right now. She wants us to do a second date update and call a dude named Matt.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what her email said. If Matt proposed to me today, I would say yes.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah,
No,
Emma, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh God.
Good morning. Now explain yourself. Because I hope you can understand it sounds a little intense. You just went out with this dude on one date and you're already saying if he proposed to you today, you would say yes.
I know. Trust me, though, it was an amazing experience.
Why do you feel this way?
I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than that I just felt that way. That I, looked into his eyes, and it felt like our souls were mingled. I've never had this happen to me before. I'm, not a crazy person.
That was going to be my other question. If you have ever gone out on a date with a guy and been like, oh, my God, this is the one.
No, I mean, I'm a passionate person, but I've never gone out with someone once and then felt like they are the person for me, and I absolutely feel that way.
Where did you meet this guy?
We were volunteering at the theater, passing out programs. Like, you get to see the play for free if you pass out programs and, do usher type of stuff. And
That's cool.
He just asked you out, or?
yeah, I mean, we were, super obvious. It was, our, eyes met, and there was, immense electricity.
There's a lot going on with this guy's eyes.
The stars collided, Jubal, and it was destiny.
That's how it felt. The time there, it wasn't about what we were doing. It was just whatever we were doing almost didn't matter. It was the whole world dropped away. And at some point, I mentioned that if he would ask me out, I would certainly go, and then he did.
You know, it sounds crazy, but I really do have a girlfriend who's been married 11 years. They have 4 kids, and the night she met her husband, before she even knew his name, she told me, I'm going to marry that guy.
Yeah, I feel like when you know in your soul and heart, you know. It feels undebatable.
Did you tell him this is how intense you were feeling?
Not directly. I mean, when we had our date, I felt like it was almost obvious. It was in the air. I said that this feels amazing, and I didn't tell him that I would marry him.
Because if there's one thing guys like on a first date, it's marriage talk and soulmates.
We
And
love that.
meant to be together.
Do you feel like he felt the same way?
I feel like I can't imagine that I would feel that way if he didn't feel that way. It felt like a connection. It wasn't coming from me. It was us meeting in the middle.
So how did it go? What was so magical about it? What did you guys do?
Oh, the date itself was normal. It was we had dinner and drinks. That had nothing to do with what the date was. It was about the conversation. And my mom always told me that marriage or long-term relationships are as one long conversation. And I felt like I wanted to be in conversation with this person for the rest of my life.
Okay, so you had a fun time with him, and you never wanted it to end. How did it end?
He walked me to my car, and we were
staring at each other and like didn't know who was going to make the move, but we both like felt like there was like this magnet of electricity in between our mouths, and it was like we both just moved towards each other and we kissed, and it was like all of the feeling that I had for the whole night just erupted. It felt like a volcano.
Did fireworks go off behind you? Because that's what I'm picturing right now.
Doves just flying.
All of a sudden over a lake.
Yes, that's what it felt. And like he said that he would call me really soon. Like he was joking about that he would like call me immediately. And so I waited, obviously, and the next day he didn't call, and then the next day I called him and he didn't answer, and some part of me thinks he's just scared of how intense it was. Like
oh my gosh,
he is like that kind of feeling to me makes me want to go towards him, but I know that for some people, especially men, like it can be scary to them.
You're right. You know, as a guy, when you feel that way about someone and you never felt that way, it can be a scary thing, and he could shut off. That could be what he's doing. How long has it been since you had your date?
It was the day before yesterday. It was 2 days ago.
2 days.
It hasn't been very long.
So you emailed us after a day of him not getting back to you.
I know, but I'm telling you, this is the most intense experience of my life.
Okay, but you're resorting to have us call him after a day, basicly.
Yeah, but it wasn't a normal date, and it wasn't a normal day, and I'm like, I'm in love. I mean,
oh my God!
Okay.
All right, well,
Never heard that.
hey, love can't wait.
But it's like if a miracle happened to you. It was that.
All right.
This is so
Emma,
sweet.
I don't-
I want this to turn
Come
out so
on.
well. I'm serious, dude. When
All right.
you find love,
Hey, Emma,
it's like all beautiful.
Emma, we're going to play a song.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. We're going to call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Hang on the phone.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, we're about to call a guy for a second date update that could either end in one of the most romantic love stories you've ever heard in your entire life, or it could end crashing and burning
With a lot of tears.
in flames.
Yeah.
Remember, the girl that's on the phone with us right now that wants us to call a guy named Matt, Emma is her name. She emailed us and said, if Matt asked me to marry him today, I would say yes. At the end of the first part of the second date update, she actually said, I love him.
It dropped the L-bomb.
And it's only been a couple of days. And I'll be the first one to say, okay, this is going to turn out horribly. But I also want to be the first one to point out this has worked out for other people. We've had a few second date we've had one second date update where the person said that they love someone and the other person actually felt the same way. So, out of about the 50 times that's happened, it has worked out once. Emma, the odds are in your favor, I think.
Great.
I actually have faith in this. I feel like you sound like a woman who's got her head on straight. And
thank you.
You just maybe are more in tune with your emotions than most people, because he hasn't reciprocated any of this love stuff to you.
Well, not with words, but I trust what I felt. I trust what I felt.
That is the one thing about you, Emma. You don't sound absolutely insane.
Thank you.
It is sort of insane what you're saying, but there are people who feel that way. You feel strongly that you care about him. We're going to call him right now and see if we can get him on the phone. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Hello?
I was looking for Matt.
This is Matt.
Hey, man, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Okay.
You sound a little confused.
Yeah. What's going on?
You recently went out with a listener to our show for a lovely dinner, and she feels like you're blowing her off, and you don't want to see her again, and she wants to know why. Do you have any idea who I could be talking about?
I don't know. The last date I was on was a couple months ago.
A couple months ago? What? Not a couple days ago?
A couple days ago? No.
The girl that emailed us, Emma, said that you guys went on a date like 2 or 3 days ago.
Girl.
Was that not a date?
No.
What do you...
All right, that's confusing. Yeah, no, Emma said that you asked her out, and then you went on a date, and there were sparks, and you guys had a great time. You didn't consider that a date?
That was definitely not a date.
Wait.
From everything she said, it sounded like a date. What was it then?
Maybe she didn't tell the whole story here. Emma, we were both ushers. We were just trying to see a show for free.
Yeah.
Right.
And I wanted to know how long the show was because I was meeting some friends at a bar later that night.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. We're going in here." So, okay. So the show ends, left the theater, went to the bar where my friends are, and then lo and behold, 20 minutes after I get there, Emma shows up.
What?
Now, at first, I didn't think anything of it. I did tell her where we were going, so, there's not a lot of bars on that street, so maybe, whatever.
Okay. But to be clear, you didn't invite her to the bar.
Oh, no, let's make that very clear.
It's that. Oh, goodness.
What about the kiss? She said that you guys kissed.
She said that it was a great kiss at the end of the night.
I mean, we were drinking for a while and talking, and I had said goodbye to my friends that I was meeting. They had already left. And she made it seem like she was really wanting a kiss. So, a gentleman. It was nothing like...
Hey, no, you don't need to explain yourself, Matt. If a girl wants a kiss, sometimes you just gotta lay one on her when they want it. You gotta give them what they need, right, Matt? So
there was nothing R-rated. It was just like no groping or no, nothing
I'm
heavy.
sorry, I
It was
can't listen to this anymore.
Hello?
Matt, what are you doing?
Emma?
yeah, Matt, that's Emma's voice. She's on the other end of the phone. Has been listening this whole time.
Oh, my God.
Matt, you're going to lie on the radio and say that wasn't a date or that kiss didn't mean anything to you?
I'm not lying. I mean, I didn't even ask you to come to that bar. You just showed up literally in front of all my friends and was just like, "Hey." And I was like, what's going on?
You were going to be. Why would you tell me where you were going to be? Why would you tell me of the specific place and time that you were going to be there if you didn't want me to meet you there? You invited me to come to the bar, and then we had dinner and drinks for hours and had, meaningful and intimate conversation. And then at the end of the night, we had an amazing, intimate kiss.
Oh, my God.
We did not have dinner at that bar. We had chicken wings and fries.
Oh, Emma.
Why does it matter what we ate? That has nothing to do with the quality of our time spent together. We could have eaten twigs. It doesn't matter. We were talking about our families and what we want out of life.
No. Oh, see,
That's
here we
not
go.
someone
See,
that you're
talking
just,
about our families. We were just talking about your family and how amazing. Here's another thing. In this phone call, if you rewind all this, you will hear Emma say amazing about 400 times.
She says it a lot. Okay.
Matt, did you
So,
feel
Matt-
It was amazing. You know that.
Emma, when you kept talking, you are one of these girls that just says, "What are you thinking?" to the guy over and over and over again.
It's the worst.
She's like, "Matt, what are you thinking?" If there's a lull in the conversation, I just ordered a drink, and she'd be like, "What are you thinking now?" I'd be like, I just ordered us another round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Why do you care what I'm thinking?
Because I want to know you on a deep level. That's what intimacy is. That's what happens when you're not afraid to know another person. You want to know their thoughts all the time.
Haven't heard anything from you in a second, Matt. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Emma's nuts.
I don't understand why you're afraid of a true connection, or if you don't feel like you deserve that, or if you don't believe it because you've been burned in the past. But this is a real thing that you can trust. You can trust it, man.
No, I don't even know your last name. We didn't even really talk to each other.
That doesn't matter. Who cares what my last name is?
Emma, is there some way that you blew this all out of proportion?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I know what I know. I'm not 15 years old. I've been on dates before. I know what it feels like when it's there and when it's not. And it was there in a stronger way than I have ever felt in my life. And I think that Matt is afraid of that.
I will say this. I am afraid.
I am not crazy. I just know what love is, and I recognize it when it happens.
Okay,
I see it, and I saw it in your
Emma.
eyes.
It's
I
okay.
saw it, Matt.
Emma, you sound very, very, very
Passionate.
Crazy.
upset. And
Yes, well, someone is telling me that an experience that was more real than anything I have ever felt.
Yeah.
They're pretending like that didn't happen. That
Okay.
would make anyone feel crazy.
well, Matt felt differently, obviously, Emma.
And he has a right to his feelings.
Yeah,
He's pretending to feel differently, and I would love to have another chance to sit face to face and have him deny it.
Okay.
Facing me, looking at me.
How about this? If you think your love is so strong, I'm going to ask Matt right now. Matt, would you like to go out on a second date with Emma? We will pay for it.
A second date with this Emma?
Yes, the Emma that's on the phone right now. Not another one.
That's specific.
I would like to just just say that I have not even known this girl for 48 hours yet, and I'm on the radio debating marriage with
Yes.
Hey, love moves fast sometimes. You just got to embrace it and get on the train, Matt.
So
when you go out on a second date, we will pay for it.
I will let that train bypass me. I'm going to get on a different train.
You sure? We'll pay for it.
You're making a huge mistake,
I appreciate it, guys, but this is not the one for me.
You know what, Emma? In a little while, Matt's going to be kicking himself. A few years down the road.
know.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When
Matt-
he doesn't find real love, he'll think back to this moment and
Yeah.
he'll remember
When
that it
he-
was
No, he
possible
won't.
and that he gave it up.
when he's
Sorry
alone,
for you, Matt.
when he's alone and doesn't have anybody, he's going to be thinking back to this phone call and realize how he screwed up, Emma.
Oh, man.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.
I know, honey. Love hurts sometimes. You'll be okay.
He's really making the biggest mistake of his life. I wish I could help him.
Well,
Yeah, I wish, hey, Emma, I wish I could help both you guys in a lots of ways.
Well, you
But-
tried. Thank you.
Yeah, we did try. You have a good one, and Matt, thank you for your time, okay?
Thank you very much.
Be safe.
Very safe.
Ava is on the phone to do a second date update today, and her email said that she went out on the best date of her life. Which, depending on her life, could either be really cool or really sad. I don't know. I have to learn more about her life first.
Good point.
Before I decide if that's a good thing. Ava, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too
gosh.
bad. Thank you for asking. So, you had the best date of your life, huh?
I did. Yeah, it was like amazing. I'd never been out with a guy like this ever.
Okay.
Okay. Have you been on a lot of dates to compare it to?
Yeah, so I've been doing the whole dating app. I'm like in that world, and they're all just really immature and always on their phone.
The dude that you want to call today, what's his name?
His name is Nathan.
Nathan. All right. And what sets Nathan apart from the other dudes that you've been out with?
Well, he is just really mature and has a full-time job, and he...
That's all.
Yeah, I love
Best
that.
date of my life. The guy was like kind of mature and worked full time.
He was normal.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, that's where we've come, right? He's employed. Awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, like I was just attracted to him right when I saw his profile picture. I love dogs, and so it was he and his dog.
Oh,
and
always a good one to put for a guy. They know that we fall for that.
Yes. And yeah, we started messaging, and we agreed to hang out.
So your expectations for this hangout were already really high going in.
There was just something about the messages that I just felt like, okay, this guy has his life together.
He was like, he has punctuation, and it's so sexy.
Yeah.
Slightly professional.
Yeah. You could spell "you're" right,
Yeah.
which is cool. So how was the actual date with him, though?
It was great. So he took the lead. He suggested a restaurant for us to go to. And it was really cool. It was, you could see like the planes, like these small planes landing where we could eat. And it was just really just different and romantic. You know, we didn't like go to a pub or anything.
Right.
And then halfway through the meal, he told me he's actually a pilot.
Oh, my God. You took your panties off right there and threw them at him, didn't you?
He's got a good job.
And he definitely doesn't sound like a douche, because a douche would lead with that right away.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
Like, yeah, I'm real busy. I'm a pilot. You know what that is? It's where I fly planes.
That's true, though.
Yeah, and I even asked him because I didn't see it in his profile or anything, and he said he just likes to kind of keep it on the down low.
That is
Right.
cool.
Because
Good move.
you don't want to be dated just so that someone can go on a free vacation.
Right. And, you know, a guy in a uniform, you know.
Yeah.
It depends what kind of uniform. Like
not
fast
really.
food uniform, probably not getting you turned on as a pilot uniform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think the fast food one would work out as well.
Yeah, it's not quite the same.
You guys get, like, a lot of calls about strange dates, and so, like, this wasn't a strange date at all because, okay, so we were having a great time, and then he asked me if I would like to experience flying a plane.
What?
Whoa.
He's going to take you up in his plane right then?
Yeah, so we flew over the city. It was so romantic, and it was around sunset time.
Perfect.
What, are you on The Bachelorette or something? That's amazing.
That's what I felt like.
Wow.
You stayed the night at his house or something then, right?
Brooke assumes.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that is a lot of romance
Like,
not
he
to,
earned
like,
it.
make it happen.
Oh, no, not on the first date.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
All right. So after he took you up in his plane, was that the end of the date, or did you guys, I don't know, do something else? Visit his castle or something?
Well, the highlight was he asked if I wanted to, like, take control of the plane. And so I did. I mean, not for that long, but I did. It was so exciting.
I mean, this all sounds perfect, and this guy is not calling you back.
No. And, yeah, he was really respectful. We ended the date with a hug. And then we texted the day after, and he said he wanted to see me again. We made plans. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
So the day before, he rescheduled, so we pushed it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then he rescheduled again.
Okay.
And then it was like crickets. I didn't hear anything from him. And
that sucks.
So how long has it been since he responded to you?
It's been about a week and a half.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, he's definitely blowing you off for some reason. You can't think of anything?
No, I mean, I think, we're both dating, so maybe there's someone else.
Or maybe, he rescheduled twice. Like, maybe the momentum of the date just, like, fizzled out. Sometimes that happens where you get so much space between you and that great time you had that you kind of almost forget.
It's like too much separation.
Right.
I don't know. I would love to see him again, but I don't know why he's not. I mean, he's not even responding to my text messages.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, and then we'll come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Ava is on the phone, and she went out with a guy named Nathan. They had the best date of her life, she says. She went out with him, found out he was a pilot, and then after they went out to eat, he actually took her up in a plane, let her fly it for a little while, and then they landed, said goodbye, texted for a little bit, and then he just dropped off the face of the earth, and she hasn't heard from him.
Ooh.
Ava?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that like a mild-mannered dude like that you don't realize has a cool job until he tells you halfway through the date and then just disappears. I think maybe the problem is he's Batman.
Oh. God, why didn't we figure that out earlier?
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he's probably busy fighting crime right now, and he'll get back to you as soon as he captures the Penguin, or whoever he's capturing right now.
Joker.
No?
No, I'm not attracted to Batman, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll
Okay.
find out. I'm about to call him. Anything else you want to say before we do?
I just want to know what happened.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a scheduling thing. Maybe it's going to be really simple.
Sounds like a busy guy.
Yeah, he's a pilot. Maybe he's out flying around. Probably not in a Batmobile, but, or whatever Batman flies.
Got a plane or something.
Bat
Who
plane?
knows?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dial this phone right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Nathan, please?
Yes, this is he.
Nathan, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Why are you calling me today?
Just checking in. See how you're doing.
Checking in.
Yeah.
I don't know any of you guys.
I know you
Hi,
don't.
Nathan.
Nathan, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
I know of things like that. Oh, this is awkward. I mean, do you need me to say something or do? I mean, I don't understand. Why did you guys call me?
I'll explain. So the second date update is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not talking to them after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So we got an email about you from a girl named Ava.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
She told us all about your date and said it was honestly one of the best dates of her life, if not the best date of her life.
Not to put
And
any...
then you guys were scheduling another date and you rescheduled twice and then you just haven't talked to her for like a week and a half. So she's wondering if something went wrong.
Look, I'm glad that she had a good time. I feel bad, but something happened in my life, and I kind of had to focus on that for a while. I haven't really been heavy into the dating scene or anything. And
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, physically, health-wise, everything. I had kind of a life-changing occurrence happen in my life, so I had to focus on that.
So is it one of those things where we could tell her, don't worry, he'll hit you back after time passes and he's figured some stuff out?
maybe that's a possibility. Look, here's the thing. I just recently got my first job with like a big commercial airline.
Oh, congrats.
Hey,
that's a big
right.
deal.
Awesome for you, man.
Yeah, it's just probably a lot of stress and stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, it is a lot of stress, but it's also, there's other things that come along with it, and I put all my eggs in that basket.
Oh, so it's your schedule.
What other things come along with it?
Can you guys please promise me that you're not going to tell her this?
Sure. Yeah.
We won't.
You tell us what it is, and we won't tell her.
Look, to be perfectly honest, it's the stewardesses. Oh my God.
What?
You guys know the rumors. There's so many. There's young stewardesses that come in. They're all just ready to go. There's so many of them, and they look at you like you're a rock star when you're on a commercial airline.
Oh. Okay, so it's not the busy schedule, or you just want to focus on work right now. You want to focus on as many stewardesses as possible.
I mean, I got to tell you, there's no other profession that's got this much tail.
Okay, you guys, it's flight attendants. We're not in 1950 anymore. So can we
Okay, flight attendant, executive assistant, stewardess, airline attendant, whatever you want to call them, they're ready and able and willing to go.
Oh my God.
And so are you, I guess.
Have you already hooked up with a flight attendant or two?
I mean, one or two in my life, but nothing like this point. I have a friend that's at an airline. Let's just call it Smelta Airlines. Every weekend, he's just a new stewardess every weekend.
I never thought of that.
It's unbelievable.
Wow.
And they get hotel rooms and everything after
Yeah,
your flight.
do you guys stay at the same hotel and stuff? So
It's like an Olympic Village situation.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm never going to be able to board a flight again without wondering who hooked up with who that is part of the staff.
I never thought of that.
It's an exciting lifestyle where we're going from city to city all across the world, and everyone's acting like it's vacation all the time. And I just figure, look, of course I want to settle down at some point, but it's just too much of an opportunity not.
Okay. Well,
you gotta sow your wild pilot oats before you settle down.
Exactly. You have to take advantage of being the movie star while you have the opportunity.
Absolutely,
I guess
bro.
congrats. I mean, you're being honest.
There's these parties that I've heard about. They call them bang bang parties.
What?
I've been waiting for years to be involved in this inner circle.
Wow.
Are you being
Well,
for real?
congratulations on making it to the Bang Bang Party circuit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Nathan, I do have to let you know something, though.
What?
I told you earlier that we wouldn't tell Ava, and I guess I kind of meant that because you sort of did, because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Maybe.
Wait, what?
Yep. Ava, are you still on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Ava is here and wants to talk to you.
I'm like speechless. Wow.
I bet.
I am too.
Yeah, bang bang parties.
Ava, oh my God, I had no idea you were listening. I'm so sorry that you had to hear all of that. Why'd you guys do that?
I don't know, it slipped my mind.
Yeah, sure.
Dawned on me right now.
Oh my God, Nathan, is that seriously how you feel? You just want to like be promiscuous all over the world?
Well, come on, it's not all that I want to do. That's not who I am, okay? It's an opportunity. You got to jump on it. It's like going skydiving or going to Australia. You have to be able to live life to the fullest. Come on, if you were in my position, you would jump on that.
No, I would not, okay? What you do is who you are. And when you hung out with me, you said you wanted kids, you wanted to settle down. I mean, who was that person?
That's still this person. That's just this person in maybe 5 or 10 years from now.
Well, you left that out. You should have put that in.
Well, I'm putting it in now.
Wow. I mean, you seemed like such a sweet, nice gentleman the night that we went out, and you're actually just one of those players who just wants to get it on with every flight attendant, or you call them stewardesses. They're not stewardesses, they're flight attendants.
Ava, I'm not a player, okay? A player is someone that dates multiple people at the same time. I don't do that. I have respect for women in that regard, okay? I'm single when this is happening.
You just went on about an Olympic Village? What are you talking about?
Everyone's single when that's happening.
I gotta say, Ava, he has a point. I mean, he didn't know that this was going to happen, and now he just wants to be totally single and hook up with other totally single people.
Right, but I just don't understand why you just couldn't tell me that after we went out on a date. Mm-hmm. I don't know why you couldn't have just said,
you don't want to get into anything serious? Why did you have to, like, disappear?
Look, I just got my first job with like a big commercial airline, and I wanted to focus on that.
Honestly, I'm just so disgusted. I mean, you seemed like a really nice person, and I guess I was wrong.
I understand you're upset, but I mean, I'm about to go on this venture and then be flying a lot. I'd be happy to put you into the rotation.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Whoa! That is bold, sir.
You just proved my point. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, that being said, Nathan, would you like to go on a second date with Ava? We'll pay for it.
Good timing.
Yeah, I think that was the perfect time to ask.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of your like bang bang rotation parties. Okay, the Mile High Club, whatever you people call it.
Oh, it's your loss.
I don't think I'm going to be able to go.
You're lost. All right. Well, sorry, Ava, it didn't work out for you.
Oh, man.
No bang bang parties in your future, I guess.
That's totally fine with me. I'm glad I know.
Nathan, thank you for being honest with us. Continued success in your new job.
Yeah, keep flying those friendly skies,
I
bro.
mean, I guess you're doing it for the passion of flying, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 says, I'm a pilot and I haven't heard of any bang bang parties. Maybe I'm flying with the wrong carrier.
Yeah.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Ava went out with an amateur pilot who took her on a private flight and even let her take control of his plane for 30 seconds. And she said it was the best date of her life. When we got the dude on the phone, his name is Nathan, we found out that he just got hired by a big commercial airline. And now he's living it up and having bang bang parties with hot single airline flight attendants.
He's a rock star in the
Yeah.
guy.
So he said when they first met, he was just like a normal dude who was trying to get a job with a big airline, and he finally got it after they went out. And now he's just living the life of a captain having bang bang parties.
Okay,
man.
which, by the way, he hasn't actually been to a bang bang party yet, from what I understand.
right.
He just thinks they're going to happen for him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be disappointed.
She was extremely disappointed that Nathan was acting completely different on their date than he actually is in real life. And he felt bad, but said he wants to take advantage of his opportunity and be wild and single
Enjoy it
while
while
he
you can,
can.
buddy.
So he did mention that he would put Ava in his rotation if she was interested, though.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? That is romantic.
She said she wasn't interested in that, though, so no second date. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.
A lot of bad things can happen in the park. Trust me, I'm there all the time.
Pants on?
And there's a lot
or-
of bad stuff going on every time that I'm there. And that's why I think Jim messed up his first date with a girl named Rebecca that he wants to call today for a second date update, because he took her on a date to a park and then things got out of control. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing okay, guys. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, man.
Just to clarify, this isn't a park at like 2 in the morning. This is just a normal midday park experience.
Yeah, just a normal midday meetup in a cute city park, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it still sounds creepy to me, no matter what.
Well, when you meet someone online on Tinder or whatever, sometimes meeting in a public place feels safer and more low key to get to know somebody before you like go have a drink or hang out or whatever.
Yeah, what a coffee shop, though. Not like, hey, as you said Tinder. I met you on Tinder. Meet me in the park. I'll be dressed up as a shrub watching you the whole time.
Well, I just dress like a normal person, not like a tree or anything.
That's weird.
All right. Well, that's not what I'm picturing. So anyway, tell us a little bit about the girl that you want to call today. You said in her email that her name is Rebecca.
Yeah, so she was, I got there a little early, and I saw her coming towards the park, and, like, she was even cuter in person, and so I was a little nervous, I'll admit it, but we met up, and we talked a little bit. I said, like, do you want to sit down, or do you want to walk around and hang out, and we decided to walk around the park. So that's how the date started. We walked around for maybe a half an hour, just like, chatting, getting to know each other, and it was really cool.
And you said she was cuter than her pictures. Are you also truthful in your representation?
Yes, I am not one of those people that have like, a Chris Hemsworth photo on my Tinder profile. It's me. I look like my picture. Yeah.
So what'd you guys do while you were walking around the park? Because that sounds really boring.
No, we were just...
I mean, they had to have conversation or something.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. We just, chatted up about hobbies, like what kind of stuff that we're into. And the cool thing about her is she's like a real adrenaline junkie. She's like really into like almost extreme sports, like skydiving and bungee jumping. She talked about all kinds like free climbing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is that when you shot in with like, hey, what about having sex in the park in broad daylight?
God.
You like doing crazy things. Let's do something crazy right now, you little adrenaline junkie.
You never know what might work. Maybe next time I'll try that.
Yeah, you should have tried that. So you like the fact that she's a risk taker and likes to do all that kind of stuff. I'm guessing you're into that too.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, I've never done any of those things. I'm more of like a low key, like just like sit by a fire and drink a beer, hang out kind of outdoorsman. But yeah, you know, I would be down for it. But I thought it was impressive, you know, like that she's into that and obviously, you know, athletic and sporty. And I thought it was cool.
You weren't intimidated at all by that?
I wasn't intimidated, but it made me feel a little boring. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I couldn't really match her with my experiences. But one thing that I do have going on that I'm pretty proud of that a lot of guys don't is that I'm a pretty good artist. Like, I work sort of semi-professionally doing illustration and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. And I had some drawings in my bag, and I was like, oh, well, she's into this cool thing, and maybe she would think it would be cool if I showed her some of my art. So that was sort of my, like, try to match her with impressiveness move.
Was she impressed by your art, or did she laugh at it and tell you it was terrible?
No, she didn't laugh at it. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's not like doodling. Like, I went to school, like, I'm a pretty good drawer, and I was showing her a bunch of pencil drawings that I had done that she seemed into, and I was a little nervous, and if you wanted to say, like, is there anything that happened that maybe made the date go a little bit of south, I did. I was like, yeah, like, I really like sketching people. Like, I could sketch you sometime. And she was like, no, that's okay.
Yeah. Did it creep her out, you think?
Well, yeah, because suddenly I was like, oh, my God, she thought I meant, like,
nudes.
You know, like figure drawing, like nude sketching, which is not what I meant at all. Like, I do these little, like, 5-minute quick sketches of, like, people.
Yeah. I feel like if you showed her your stuff and it was pretty good and it wasn't nude drawings, that'd be jumping to a conclusion to be like, this guy's just a pervert and wants to sketch me nude.
I don't know. I mean, I immediately was like, oh, no, I didn't mean anything weird by that. Like, you know, you might have seen, like, on TV, nude drawing, but that's not what I was talking about. It would just be, like, it'd take, like, 5 minutes, and we could do it, like, right here in this like, cool place in the park. And
Did she laugh at all? I mean, it sounds like an opportunity to have, like, a good chuckle about an awkward moment.
Yeah, she didn't laugh so much.
Okay.
What did she do when you told her that you
She
could...
was just like, no, that's cool. That's okay. It's kind of how it went, and I was like, okay, that's awkward.
All right. So is that why you think she's not calling you back, because you offered to sketch her?
I mean, that's the only thing. I thought we sort of hit it off, and, you know, we walked around a little bit more after that, and then she was like, oh, I got to go, and I was like, oh, do you want to get a drink? And she was like, no, I have to go, and I was like, it's not, this didn't get weird about the sketching thing, right? And she was like, no, I just have an appointment, and then she left.
That's when you should have whipped out your papers and been like, let me sketch you a drink before you leave. That's a good move, I think.
That's not a bad move. I filed that one away.
So she said no to a drink and left, and is that the last thing you've heard from her?
Yeah, I messaged her a couple times, and I thought we hit it off, actually. Like, it was pretty low-key and chill, and I'd love to see her again, but she hasn't gotten back to me.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thanks, guys.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
When you think of the greatest artists the world has ever seen, you think of names like Rembrandt and Picasso and Jim.
Good old Jim.
Sitting in the park, sketching naked women. That's what Jim is known for in the art world. No. Am I right, Jim?
That is so not true.
Hey, don't worry, Jim, look, I would rather look at anything that you've sketched than what other crap Rembrandt and Picasso are doing.
Oh, man, that
you
was
think those
crap.
guys have a website? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, but I want to correct the record. I do not draw nudes.
Maybe that's
At
the
least
problem.
Not for public consumption.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I want to see some of your private collection then. I'm really interested
We can
in that.
talk offline.
All right, cool.
oh my
Okay.
God. Only
Take
you
care of
guys
that.
are pervs about nude drawings. What is wrong with you?
Why am I talking about Jim being an artist? Well, we talked about his date that he went on with a girl named Rebecca. He wants to call her right now for a second date update. They met at a park because they met on Tinder and he wanted to meet at a public place. And during their date, he showed her some of the sketches that he does and then offered to sketch her. And that's when she seemed to get kind of weirded out and asked to leave. And she hasn't talked to him since. That's the only thing you can think of that went wrong.
Yeah, that's the only thing that comes to mind. I thought it went really well, actually.
And you said that she was like an adrenaline junkie. I mean, maybe she was looking for somebody who can do those type of activities with her.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but it's not like I said that I wasn't willing to do that stuff. I mean, I would go bungee jumping or whatever. I would be into that.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see what went wrong, okay?
Okay, great.
All right. And hey, if this doesn't go right for you and she doesn't want to go on a second date, don't worry. I will be your muse. If you need to sketch anybody, Jim, you can sketch me.
No, dude.
I will be your Mona Lisa. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Rebecca, please?
This is she.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio program.
Okay.
Okay. We play a lot of crappy music and then sometimes talk in between that music.
All right.
Well, not all the music's crappy. Some music's decent, some's crappy. It's just like music, It's like all kinds of. I mean, we play music and we talk sometimes. That's basically what happens.
Is this really a radio show?
Yes, it is.
It's quality, isn't it? It makes you want to listen.
I'm calling you because one of our listeners recently emailed us about you.
What?
Yeah, his name is Jim. He emailed us and wanted us to get a hold of you because you guys went out on a date and now you're not calling him back. And Jim is very curious if he did something wrong.
He really contacted you about our date?
Yeah, he said he liked you a lot and was hoping to go out with you again. We talked to him about your date. And he said that you guys met on Tinder and then went to the park and hung out for a little while. And then at a certain point, you were just like, well, he told us that he offered to sketch you. And he thinks that might have creeped you out, but he meant it in the most innocent way possible.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He already did sketch me.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
I mean, he had several pictures, and they were all in, different scenarios, but it was me. The girl was me.
Are you sure it was you, or are you just, reading into it?
Oh, my God.
No, seriously. I mean, he had a headshot of just a girl, definitely me. There was a girl riding a bike, a girl crying.
Crying?
And, the creepiest one, there was a girl at a dinner table with a guy. And I was the girl, and he was the guy.
Wow. And that's the creepiest one. I would think the crying one would be even creepier.
He never said that it was me, but, I mean, it looked exactly like me.
Whoa.
Did you ask him? I mean, did you confront him?
No, you don't confront someone like that.
Yeah, no. I would have done the same thing. I would have just been like, all right, well, look at that.
Look at the time.
Time flies, huh? And I would have been out of there, too. Are you sure that it was you? No question in your mind.
No question, yeah. It was definitely me.
Is there any, distinguishable feature that you have?
Yeah, I have freckles, and he drew the freckles on the girl's face and everything. It was creepy.
I thought it was really creepy him asking to sketch you in the first place. And then actually showing you pictures that look like you is way worse.
Oh, come on, give this guy a break. Obviously he's nervous and he didn't go about it the right way, but he's probably just trying to impress you.
In a park?
With sketches of me?
He sounded well-intentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing was just way too creepy for me, and I couldn't handle it.
That's understandable. You know what else is creepy, Rebecca? Jim is actually on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you right now.
What?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you thought that was creepy.
Oh! This just isn't normal. This is not normal.
Those are not sketches of you. I'm so sorry.
What do you mean they weren't me? They looked exactly like me.
I mean, a lot of those I drew before I even knew you, or met you, or saw you, or anything. I mean, if there's a resemblance, it's totally a coincidence. I swear.
The freckles? What about the freckles?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I think freckles are cute, and I was drawing a girl with freckles, and then I saw you, and you maybe you looked like something I had in my head already, or whatever. But
Jim, are you sure you didn't sketch pictures of her before meeting her?
No, definitely not. I mean, you know, like you see images and like if I had seen her face, maybe that worked its way into a drawing or whatever. But I swear I was not sitting at home like full Silence of the Lambs, like sketching from your Tinder picture. Like, I swear to you.
Come on, give him like the benefit of the doubt here. I think he sounds like a nice guy, and obviously he'd be attracted to you if he was drawing women who kind of looked like you before he even met you.
I don't I think the same way. This is just too much of a coincidence that we're on our first date and he shows me pictures and the girl looks just like me.
Listen, Rebecca, I'm really sorry. Now I feel horrible that you thought that I was some kind of like sketchy, sorry, pun intended, like this freaky guy that was drawing you. I swear that is not what was going on. And I know the radio show thing is a little weird, and the whole thing is really weird, but I had a great time with you, and I think you're really cool, and I would love to just like reset and like hang out somewhere of your choosing. We can do something. No sketchbooks, like just hang out. I'm really sorry about this whole thing. It's so weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just can't get rid of the image of me looking at myself crying in your picture. I mean, what was I even crying about?
It wasn't you. It's just it's an image. There's no like story or context. It's just a random person. It's just like a circumstance. There's no story behind it.
Hey, Rebecca, would you like to go out with Jim again? We will pay for a second date.
Oh, give him a second chance.
I don't think so. I'm sure he's busy drawing other girls on Tinder.
Oh my
Are
God,
you sure?
you're
Is there
so
any way?
him.
Is there any way that he could prove to you that these drawings aren't of you? Maybe you want to see him again. Like you guys could go out to a restaurant. He could show you the pictures again. You can look at them and maybe dissect them a little more. Maybe it was just in the moment.
So you want me to schedule another date with some random guy that drew pictures of me ahead of time? That's what you want me to do right now?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you know what, Rebecca, you're right. Never mind. Forget I
Put
asked.
it that way.
Jim,
Poor Jim.
Jim, I'm sorry you did not get a successful second date.
I knew I should have left the sketchbook at home. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah,
Maybe in the future do that. Leave the sketchbook at home.
there will be a woman out there that appreciates your talents, Jim. I'm sure there will be.
thank you for saying that.
And you're probably drawing her right now.
It's brutal. You guys are brutal.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, that guy is a serial killer. Run. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about the second date update. This guy, Jim, wanted to call a girl named Rebecca. He liked her a lot. They went out on a date. She wasn't calling him back. It turns out that Jim is an artist, and during their date, he took out some sketches to show her that he's done. Showing off a little bit, right?
Sure.
This is my interest. I like to sketch things.
My work.
She wasn't calling him back because all of the sketches looked like her. And that creeped her out, which I can understand. That's very creepy.
Yeah.
I still think it's by chance. I think that he was drawing something in his imagination, and that's why he was attracted to her.
But according to her, it looked exactly like her. And there was one with a woman crying with like a single tear rolling down her cheek. If I was dating somebody and they were like, check out my art, and it was a picture of me crying, I'd be pretty scared too.
Oh, it's not like, you're in a coffin or anything.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah. Famous last words. What could it hurt to go out with this guy again? Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is just email the show, and we will call the person that didn't call you back. Nothing says a fun date like a Goofendorfer coffee table,
What?
or a Lack shelf, or a Gorfendugen couch.
What are you
Talking about IKEA.
Ugh.
The best place to have a first date.
No way. I gave anxiety with the word IKEA.
Well, if your name is Craig and you emailed us to do a second date update, you love going to IKEA on first dates because apparently that's what he did.
No way.
What are you doing, dude?
No. Let me explain. So I met this girl on Tinder. Her name's Tammy. I thought she was really cute, and I kind of wanted to take her on like a different date than normal. So I was like, I'm going to be creative. I'm going to take her on an IKEA date. And IKEA's great. It's fun.
No.
Yeah, by yourself.
It's not. It's stressful. You can't find your way out of that place. It lasts for hours, and there's no alcohol.
Well, I mean, not if you bring your own.
Oh, so did you bring in some alcohol into the IKEA?
Nice.
Exactly. Like a nice little flask. No one's going to know.
Oh, you did.
Smart.
You may have just turned me. I don't know why, but I feel like that would make it more bearable.
Plus, when you don't have to actually buy anything, it's actually a really nice experience because it's like this mansion that you're walking around.
Just a mansion full of particle board.
So how did you sell this to a girl you met on Tinder?
So we were chatting, and she kind of, raised how it was like she goes on a lot of normal, boring dates, and how she was kind of over getting coffee, she was kind of bored with going to a restaurant, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to take you on, like, a fun date, like on a different date.
Okay.
And
I bet you she never saw that coming.
Exactly, yeah. She just put up the challenge, and I tried to meet it as best as I can. I actually think it went really, really well, because we met at IKEA, and we, like, started to walk around, and it's fun. We're, like, taking stupid pictures. We're, like, pretending to watch, like, the cardboard TV, or we have like a pretend argument in the kitchen. It was like so much fun. It was a blast.
It's like performance art at IKEA. I bet that was fun.
Exactly, and we go and we have like the Swedish meatballs at the cafeteria or whatever, and like no one was there. And at the end, I kind of bought her fake flowers because they have like those flowers at the very end that you can get. Cute. And, yeah, it was cute. Like, come on, that's a good date, right?
Yeah.
Well, and it sounds like she was like in it. Like she was into this.
Totally.
So to me, you guys are a match made in heaven.
I mean, thanks.
Yeah, and you don't have to spend a lot on dinner. I mean, those Swedish meatballs are super cheap.
Yeah.
And they are delicious.
So how did it end? Did you guys go anywhere other than IKEA, or did your romance end right there in the IKEA parking lot?
Oh, no.
I mean, I just kind of walked her to her car and just said, all right, well, let's get together soon. She was like, yeah, I'd like that. And then I texted her like a few days later, didn't hear anything, and it's been like a week and a half now, I think, and still haven't heard anything. So.
And, when you asked her out again, did you ask her to like a normal, let's go get drinks at happy hour thing?
Yeah, I mean, like if you're asking if I want to bring her to Best Buy next time, no.
Oh, man.
So why do you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she like went to all of her friends and told her that some random guy off of Tinder had took her on an IKEA date, and they probably all acted the same way that you did.
Yeah, maybe.
And we're like, what is that?
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, let's go over the steps to building the perfect relationship. Okay. Insert person A into person B.
Whoa! That is quick. That's a quick moving relationship.
Realize that person A doesn't quite fit into person B, so reevaluate and realize that you're missing a screw, and that's why you can't fit person A into person B, and then completely lose your and just who cares about the relationship anymore. That's at least how you build a relationship when it started at IKEA. Like Craig, who's on the phone for a second date update today. Craig actually took his date to IKEA. It sounds weird, but he swears they had a great time.
And I think it's strange because, like, she was into this IKEA idea, but maybe she was looking for more than just IKEA on that date.
Or, maybe she didn't want to go to IKEA at all, and that was a really bad idea.
Maybe.
That is an honest reflection of what happened.
Maybe she just acted like she enjoyed going to IKEA with you. Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out what went wrong, okay?
Okay, cool.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Tammy, please?
This is Tammy.
Hey, Tammy, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What is that?
It's a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. That's what it is.
Okay, why are you calling me?
Well, I'm calling you because we do a segment on our radio show called The Second Date Update.
Okay.
You still sound confused.
I don't know what that is. I don't really listen to the radio that much.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Well, thank you.
A second date update, what it is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Okay, and so one of our listeners emailed us about you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it just keeps getting better, doesn't it?
I'm going to say that you probably remember this date because it happened at IKEA.
Yep.
All right. So, yeah, Craig is wondering why you're not calling him back. He told us about your IKEA date, and everybody in the room feels like you're probably not calling him back because he took you on a date to IKEA.
Oh, my God. I can't believe he called a radio station about this.
Well, he clearly doesn't make good decisions. I mean, he took you on a date to IKEA, and now he does this, so I can fully see how he'd call a radio station.
Yeah, I guess I can see that now.
I don't know, though. It sounded like from his description you were into it. Like he said you guys were like pretend watching TV, and you enjoyed the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cool idea. It sounds like he already kind of told you a lot about it.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he pretty much broke it down to us. Said you guys hung out there, watched the fake TVs, and even had a pretend fight in one of the bedrooms or something like that.
I love it.
We did. All that was fun.
Okay, well, if that was fun, then why don't you want to see him again?
There was a couple moments there that it went from being kind of fun to kind of weird and uncomfortable.
He didn't use one of the display toilets, did he?
Oh my gosh, Jubal.
I've always wanted to do
No,
that.
he did not do that.
Thank God.
I don't know what could be worse than that, so what did he do?
Well, it wasn't as bad as that. I'll give him that.
Okay, good.
We went to different beds around the store, and the first time we got to one, he jokingly was like, "Oh, tuck me in. Tell me a story."
That's funny.
And the first time, it was cute, and like I did it, and he was like, "Talk to me in a mom voice," and so I did that, and like, sure, it was a little weird, but like I was playing the game, playing along.
Plus, he could have gone the total other direction and been just a total perv the first time you got in bed.
That's true. That's true.
See?
And he did not do that, so I am thankful for that. But it's just that happened like 3 or 4 more times. Like each time we came to a bed, he wanted me to tuck him in and read him a story. Then he was asking for me to, like, when I started talking, if I started reading this story in a normal voice, he was like, "No, use your mom voice." And
Oh my
Weird.
God.
Yeah. Come on, to his defense, maybe he's just really bad at role playing and he's not very creative. So he saw that you thought it was funny the first time and he just kept the joke going.
yeah, I guess so. But then he put his thumb in his mouth, and it just was weird. It just got to be way too much, and it was creeping me out.
Yeah, I can see that creeping you out even after one time, but over and over and over again. Read me a story, Mama.
Yeah, no, it was weird.
Oh,
it was
no.
I love how IKEA brought out his mommy issues.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I had to get out of there.
Well, then I probably shouldn't let you know that he's on the phone listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you, Mama.
God, you're joking, right?
No, I'm not. Your little boy is listening.
Hey, Tammy, it's me, Craig.
Hey, Craig, what's going on?
Just listening to the story about your experience of our IKEA date. I don't know. I felt like the first time I did that, it was really funny and weird. I felt like you laughed really hard, and I do this thing where like I beat a joke to death, and I definitely did it this time. And I guess that is a little weird.
Even you admit it's weird.
So it was a joke and not some weird sort of fetish fantasy thing that you're trying to live out in IKEA?
No, not at all. Nothing like that. But it was me being awkward and thinking that you thought something was funny, and then I realized in retrospect, oh my God, that was so creepy.
Are you sure? Yeah, but like you wanted me to call you Craigie Poo.
Oh, Craigie Poo.
Yeah. Again, funny at the time. Now that I hear it again, totally creepy.
See, at least you can admit that it was really creepy, Tammy.
Yeah, retrospect.
I mean,
right?
I was on his side until the thumb sucking thing, and then I felt like that pushed it over the edge for me. But maybe you're more forgiving.
Craig, I had a really good time, but it went from like 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, and it just got real creepy.
I know.
Can I be like super honest with you? Is that when I like someone and I think that something's going really well, I just get kind of nervous. And I think about 2/3 of the way through the date, I felt like we were really grooving. And when I get nervous, my jokes just go down the toilet.
When I get really nervous, I become a 2-year-old and suck my thumb in.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was really funny at first, and then I got really super awkward by the end. And you could probably tell because by the 3rd time, I let out that weird giggle that was supposed to be a joke.
Oh, yep. I remember that.
Craigie Poo, I want to hear the giggle.
Yeah, Craigie Poo.
I don't think I could do it again.
Do you want me to read you a story?
I can't go down this road because I might try to be funny, and it's not going to work.
All right, well, I'll save you then.
Look at
Tammy, would you like to go out on a second date with Craigie Poo? Now that you know it wasn't a weird thing and it was just a joke, we will pay for it.
I don't know. My friends gave me a lot of crap when I told them about the IKEA ordeal.
Oh, come on. He's the most self-aware weirdo that we've had.
That's true.
Come on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed again.
Whoa, what?
Is that Tammy talking?
Who's talking?
No, that was Craig.
Oh my God, that is.
Craig, what?
I'm sorry, it's so weird. It is so weird.
Why don't do it if you know it's so weird?
And it's so believable.
Yeah.
You sound like a girl.
No, it
sounded
sounds like a
like a
horror movie is what it sounds like.
That was the voice he was using that night.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I'm just trying to be funny. Please go out with me again. I promise
my
I won't make any more jokes.
If you could come back from that, Craig, it's going to be amazing.
I promise. If you go on one more date with me, I promise.
No more Mama Tammy jokes. No more.
Oh, my God. The hair on my neck is standing up.
Craig, I want to hang out with you because I want to hear that voice more.
Oh, my God. It's so weird.
Tammy, what do you think? Will you go out with... No?
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not going out on another date with you. I have nightmares just hearing that weird voice that you're doing.
Oh, man.
I do, too. I don't blame you.
Craig, I'm sorry. No second date for you.
That's okay.
Stop it.
Stop.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Very appropriate text message in at 78592. All it says is WTF about today's second date update.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear it, that was taped while Brooke was still here. She's out on maternity leave, and of course, Jackie is filling in, and Jackie's jaw dropped when she heard this dude's voice.
Well,
So
it's
Craig,
like a helium balloon voice.
yeah, this dude Craig wanted to call Tammy. They went on an IKEA date. He thought it'd be fun to go to IKEA and
I
walk
think
around.
that's
and-
weird, too.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Yeah.
But the reason she wasn't calling back was because he kept getting into bed and being like, read me a story in this weird voice. And he said he was doing it as a joke. And then he actually did the voice that he was doing. And I understand why she wasn't calling back. Here's his normal voice.
I actually think it went really, really well.
Okay, and here's the voice that he was doing.
Come on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed again.
So creepy.
It's like a doll out of a horror movie.
Yeah. I'm going to hear this in my nightmares now.
Come on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed again.
That is so creepy.
It's creepy, but all kidding aside, he was just trying to be funny. Come on. Like,
Come
he
on,
was-
Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed
There's
again.
nothing funny about that.
I just think as a female, it would get old. First of all, maybe the first time I'd die laughing about it. That is hilarious. But then if he kept doing it, I'd be like, you're a freak.
Yeah, this guy has a weird fetish or something.
He wants his diaper changed, and Mama's not doing it.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you
Come
back.
on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed again.
Also, just out of nowhere, I felt like talking about it.
Oh, cool.
If you've been in a car accident,
Yeah.
like you're driving along right now and you heard this,
Come on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed again.
and you just hit somebody,
Yeah.
well, don't worry about it. We got your back because you can get a hold of my friends at advocateslaw.com. It's 206-512-3555. The insurance companies are bullies, and they don't want to just give you the money. They want to just talk to you on the phone.
Come on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed
Say
again.
creepy things like that, but they don't want to give you the money. And that's where the advocates come in because they will help you and you won't be bullied by the insurance companies anymore. It's 206-512-3555. Just get in there and ask them a question because it costs nothing for a consultation and you don't pay anything unless you win your case. Like it's advocateslaw.com, 206-512-3555. They're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they've gotten over $100 million for their clients.
Come on, Mama Tammy, come tuck me into bed again.
And they'll tell you things like that.
You know you've had a bad date when your mom has to come pick you up at the end of it. Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And today's second date, Alana is on the phone. She met a dude named Jeremy at her family reunion. Relax, wasn't a cousin. He was a caterer. And they ended up going out to dinner. And on their date, she said everything went fine. But at the end of the date, when they're driving home, he actually ran out of gas. And while he was waiting for AAA to fill up his car or whatever, her mom actually came and picked her up and took her home. And now she hasn't heard from him. So we're about to get him on the phone and see if we can find out what Well, we know what went wrong, but what else went wrong on their date, maybe? All right, Alana, are you ready to call Jeremy?
Yeah, I am.
I just feel like he may be scared by your mom. Like your mom pressured him into asking you out. Your mom was there when he picked you up. Your mom came and picked you up from the date. Like, are you always that attached to your mother?
I mean, I don't really think that that's it. I think he just is embarrassed. Like, I bet he's just home, like, freaking out about it and just feeling like the date went really bad. And I just want him to know that I'm going to give him another shot.
That's nice.
Yeah, if I failed that badly on a date, I'd be thinking about it. I'd be like, damn, man, I was so tired, and then I ran out of gas. I can never call her again.
But you've called him 6 to 8 times. Like, I think that would be sign enough that you don't care. Like,
Yeah, but the damage is done.
I don't know. I think it's worth another shot. I really do.
All right, well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Jeremy, please?
Yeah, this is a...
Hey, Jeremy, how are you, man? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
What's this all about?
Well, I'm calling you because we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. Have you ever heard of anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. And you went out with a girl named Alana the other day.
Oh, my God.
And
it's like you remember her.
That's what this is about?
Yes.
It's about that date?
Yeah, she emailed
No.
us. She told us
No.
about how you met. She told us about your date. And she also told us that she's tried to get a hold of you a bunch, but you're not returning any of her calls or text messages.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
Okay, so what happens now?
Well, we're trying to figure out why you won't call her back. So, you have an answer for that?
Oh, yeah, I can definitely tell you all about that date, but I want to know what she told you.
Well, she told us that you met her at a family reunion. I guess you were a caterer there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said you guys went out to dinner, and when you picked her up, you seemed a little tired. Said that you had been working a bunch, and then you ran out of gas at the end of the date, and that's where things ended.
Yeah, that's like the short version.
Well, she also added that, like, her mom pressured you into asking her out. And
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of cute, actually. Like, her mom came up to the bar and was like, hey, my daughter's interested. Will you ask her out? And I saw her daughter. I'm like, yeah, daughter's cute. Why not? Like, can't hurt anything.
So you said, I got the short version. What's the long version then? Keep in mind, we're on the radio, so don't be like 20 minutes. I mean, just like, what's the meat that we're missing?
So I go and pick her up at her mom's place. That was kind of a red flag number one, right? Like, I kind of expected her to have her own place or to, like, some roommates. But right away, as we're, like, driving to the restaurant, I find out girl is 19 years old.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
She didn't. Legal. Well, yeah, legal, but also, like, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you don't sound like a 19-year-old to me.
I mean, even if
No,
you were
man.
23, maybe that's on the edge because it's 4 years.
Dude,
But like,
I've been out of college for 5 years, and she's been out of high school for like 1.
yeah.
Okay, so
when
already she's a little young, you're feeling like.
Yeah, she's cute and everything, but like that might be why I was out of it. Like I was a little shocked and like, what have I got myself into?
Right.
So like, yeah, I mean, and then the whole running out of gas thing. I was borrowing my roommate's car, dude. Like I didn't have a car at the time, so I borrowed my friend's car. I didn't think to look at the gas gauge, and he like hands me the car. He's like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead," not telling me it was on empty.
Okay.
By the time I saw it, it was too late. Running out of gas, like it's already awkward. I'm just like, can this thing end already? This is the kicker. This is what really gets me. When mom comes to pick her up, as she's like going back around the car, she pulls me aside and says, "By the way, I have a son who's into you too. Would you want to go out with him?"
What?
Yeah.
Mom is just wingmanning for everybody, and also kind of low blow to her daughter. Like
The whole thing was so strange, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's really flattering that
whole family wants
that
you?
this woman wants her son and daughter to date me. But it's just, I don't really. First of all, I don't really go that way, and secondly, like, it's just the whole thing kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah. Her mom, I think her mom wants to date you, and she's just like, one of my kids is, I've got to see you around the house is what I want.
I bet her mom is closer in my age.
Oh my god.
Probably.
Would you ever consider dating a 19-year-old?
Would you ever consider dating a 22-year-old guy? I don't know how old her brother is. I'm just guessing his age there.
I have no idea either.
Well,
Oh my god.
Jeremy, I do have to let you know that Alana is actually on the phone and wants to talk to you.
Oh my God, no. Oh
Yep.
my God.
Yeah, I think it's just her. I don't think her brother's there, but Alana, are you still there?
No, oh my God, I feel
Jeremy.
sorry. I feel bad now.
I just don't know why my mom would say that to you. Like, did she really say that? I just, it's not something she would say.
Believe me, why would I make that up? Like,
I don't know. Like,
I've never had anything like that happen to me before. So, yes, your mom did say that to me. She did ask me if I wanted to go out with your brother.
okay, well,
and
it just doesn't make sense. I mean, my brother is gay, but, like, it doesn't make sense that she would say that after we went on a date. Did you, like, tell her that you're gay or something?
What? Why would No, I did not tell her I'm gay.
When did you have an opportunity to even do that? You know?
A little roadside confessional while you're out of gas with her mom.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. I'm gay. Anyway.
None of that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe at the party you told her that or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me why she would say that.
Maybe she just thinks that, like, young people nowadays can do anything, go anywhere with their sexual. I don't know. Like, I definitely did not tell her I was gay. That is for sure.
Do you think it was a joke that you just took too literally?
No, I really thought it might have been a joke, but the way she asked me and the way she looked at me, she was serious. She was honestly asking me if I would go out with her son after I just had a bad date with her daughter.
Okay, well, I also want to say that I know I'm 19, but I'm, like, really mature for my age. Like, I have no issue, being outgoing, talking to adults. Like, even though I live with my mom, I have my finances in order. Like, I'm saving up for grad school, and, I'm really responsible. Like, my room is really clean. I'm really organized.
Like, I'm sure
You guys stop laughing. I'm serious. I'm really mature. I'm a lot more mature than any of my friends. It's not funny. I'm serious.
I'm sure you are. We just don't have that much in common. Like, even when we were talking, it's like we grew up at different times. Like, we don't have the same kind of connections on things. Like, you can't even have a glass of wine at dinner. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too far removed from where I am in my life.
Well, in 2 years, I'll be able to drink with you. Just wait 2 years.
2-year anniversary.
Yeah, at your 2-year anniversary, you guys could, throw down a few glasses of wine.
Jeremy, I mean, what if she's right? Like, what if you just wait a little bit? My sister got married when she was 20, and they've been married for like 15 years, and they're totally happily in love.
Yeah, but check this out. If it's this much work and energy before we even get to the second date, it's looking like a lot of drama. If you start out a relationship like this, it's probably not great.
Maybe we got all the drama done up front.
Out of the way.
That's usually not the way it works.
I really don't think the drama will be finished. Like, your mother is very invested in you and your brother's lives, and your mom asked if I wanted to go out with your brother after we went out. Like, that means that there's a lot of drama there inherently in your family.
I'll tell my mom to cool off. Like, I'm not my mom. Like, I'll just tell her to
I understand
back
that.
off.
But it's just too much. Like, the whole thing is a bit
I just
too
think
much.
we deserve another shot. Like, one more date. Just one more date, and maybe, without all that drama, you'll see who I really am.
Man, I feel bad, but I don't.
Hang on, Jeremy. Let me ask you officially. Would you like to go out on a second date with Alana? We will pay for it.
I don't think so. I think that she's a lovely girl, and I wish her all the best, and I wish her mother and her brother all the best. But I don't think I have a whole lot of time in my life for that kind of stuff. So, sorry, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Are you okay, Alana?
No, I'm fine. I don't know. I think you're making the biggest mistake of your life, and you're gonna look back one day and really regret this.
Oh my God.
Oh, the passion.
It's fine. I don't care.
No. Hey, I know it feels like this now, like this is a really big deal, but with like young people, like your generation, it's so easy to find people. You have a lot easier than I did at that age. You're going to be
That's
great.
not how I want to find someone, though.
Well, do you want to find someone by your mom asking them to ask you out?
I just feel like you're really missing out on something. But
And I don't know what
Thank
to say to that.
Okay. Jeremy, would you like to go on a second date with Alana's brother? We'll pay for it. Or a first date, I guess. We'll pay for that.
You can drink wine with him.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm good. I'm good on that.
Today's second date might actually be illegal for us to do in some states. I'm not really sure.
no.
But Ilana, who's on the phone for a second date, said she met the dude she wants to call at their family reunion.
Alana.
So, Alana, you've got to explain that before we get into anything.
Sure. Well, it was at my family reunion, but it wasn't a family member. It was a catered event. You know, my family's all fancy like that. So he was on the catering staff.
Okay, good. Usually when you say, like, I met this great dude at a family reunion and we're going on a date, it's not a good thing.
He's only my cousin.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, not as creepy as it sounds, I promise.
Okay, so
God.
he was a catering guy. What's his name?
His name is Jeremy.
Oh my God, were you getting ridiculed by your family for, I don't know what you were doing with the catering guy, but obviously talking to him a lot.
Well, I wasn't talking to him, but I was talking about him because I thought he was super attractive. Like, right when we got there, I was like, oh my gosh, that guy is so cute. And I told my mom that he was super attractive.
And your mom was looking at your cousin. She's like, yeah, he is. And you're like, no, the caterer.
Not my cousin. Let's get that straight.
Wait, so did your mom encourage you to pursue hot catering guy?
Yes, to the point where she actually went up to him because I was too embarrassed and pulled him to ask me out.
Oh,
really?
Embarrassing.
No, were you okay with that or were you mortified?
I was mortified, obviously. I thought it was so embarrassing. And, you know, of course, I had that mother-daughter moment of being like, Mom, are you kidding me? And I was so mad at her. Yeah. But then, actually, at the end of the night, he came up to me and he asked me out. So...
Hey, it worked.
Well, it worked, yeah.
And your mom wasn't holding a gun at his back, right?
I hope not.
So what'd you guys do when you actually did go out?
Well, we went to dinner, but it was so weird because when he came over to pick me up, he actually came in and he said hi to my mom, so that was kind of embarrassing. But he was super out of it when he picked me up, so I was like, okay, I was excited because he's so cute, and then he was acting really weird.
Really? What do you mean? He was like drunk or high or something?
Well, that's what I thought. Maybe he was, but then I talked to him about it, and he just said he was tired from all these catering gigs he'd been doing back to back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you've been working a bunch.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't let him drive you to the restaurant.
I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, in hindsight, I shouldn't have let him because, like, we went to the restaurant. It was fine. You know, he was still out of it, but we had a good conversation and stuff. But then on the way home, he ran out of gas.
Oh,
really?
No.
Yeah, and he just said that he had been really tired and, like, wasn't looking at the gauge and just forgot.
Oh.
Okay, so that's an awkward ending to your date.
Yeah, and what's even worse is I had to actually call my mom to come get me.
Oh, my gosh. So, wait, you like this guy still after all this?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I thought maybe he just had an off night, and honestly, I just kind of feel bad that my mom's been so involved. So I don't know if that's what's going on, but, like, he won't call me back, so...
Did you tell him that you lived with your parents?
No, he didn't know until he came over.
Ooh, maybe
okay.
that was it.
Yeah, that could be a deal breaker for some people.
Still live with your mom? Red flag.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. We had fun. And he's the one who didn't get gas.
That's not your fault.
Yeah.
What was his attitude towards your mom?
He liked her.
Okay.
Did it seem like he liked you?
To me, it did. But, you know, sometimes we aren't good at gauging these things.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess if he was tired from work and stuff, maybe it was even harder to tell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure what was him being tired. And
So when your mom came to pick you up because he ran out of gas, did you guys end with a hug or maybe like a little kiss or something? Or did you just get in your mom's car and bounce?
to be honest, I was mortified. So I just said bye and got in the car.
So wait, hold up. You guys left him stranded with no gas on the side of the road? Like your mom and you didn't go get him gas?
Well, he had already called AAA and they were there, so.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't really want to wait with him because he seemed really embarrassed and it just was awkward.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to bounce.
All right. How many times have you tried to get a hold of him since then?
Probably 6 to 8 times.
Wow.
Dang.
That's a lot.
It's been like a week.
Like a week. And have you gotten any response from him at all?
No, I just think he was really embarrassed by how the night played out, and I just want to give him another shot. It didn't look good on him, but I feel like he might not know that it wasn't a big deal to me.
Okay. So you pretty much want to try to get another date with him so he can have a redo.
Yeah, both of us,
That's good.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call him and get your second date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yep, hang on. We've said it on the show a lot of times. A good way to meet somebody is to have a dog, especially for guys if you want to meet a girl.
It always sparks conversation.
They're cute. There's dog parks that you can go to where you can meet people and it can turn into a date. That's exactly what happened with the girl Lisa who's on the phone right now. Your email said that you met a guy at the dog park, right?
Yeah.
What kind of dog did he have?
Aww. He had the most adorable chocolate lab.
That is a
That
man
is
dog.
cute.
That is a man dog right there.
Two things that women like: dogs and chocolate. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Lisa, you emailed us about him. It says that you went to the dog park and then went out for drinks.
Yeah, he was really sweet. His dog was completely adorable. Our dogs got along, which is always a good thing. So we met a little bit later that evening.
Lisa, you sound hot, are you? Just
Oh yeah.
Are you?
You're so creepy,
Dude,
Jewel.
if someone's
she
getting
does.
hit on at the dog
Okay.
park, they've got to be good looking.
Yeah, she sounded hot to me, so I just want to know if you're hot.
Oh, of course.
What kind of dog? Can I ask what kind of dog you have?
Forget the dog. What do you do for a living?
Well,
Are you hitting on her? I'm a model.
You're a model.
Yeah,
Really?
Are you joking because I said that you're hot and now you're messing with me?
not at all.
What do you model for?
Catalogs.
Really?
Like Home Depot or
Victoria's Secret. There is a difference between those two, big time.
I would say like halfway between those two.
Okay.
All right.
Someone from Victoria's Secret and someone from Home Depot, exactly halfway. That's what I'm like.
Stop hitting on her. Can we just get back to the date?
I
That's
just
the
want to know
point.
if she was hot. That's all.
Yeah, we know.
All right. Did he ask you out or did you ask him out?
He kind of asked me out. It was very, very casual. Sort of, we had wings, and I'm not a big beer drinker, but he kind of showed me some ones that were nice, and I liked them. It was like the first time I've ever actually enjoyed it.
All right.
Were you nervous at all going into this date, Lisa, since it was so laid back?
Not really. I mean, he was just really easy to talk to. Like, the dogs were a perfect conversation.
Right.
Like, whenever the conversation started to lag,
Right.
we could just talk about that.
What did you like so much about him? Was it just that he was funny and everything else and made you feel comfortable?
He was really interesting without being, like, making the whole conversation about him. He introduced me to beers that I enjoyed, which I'd never experienced before.
Did he really like the fact that you were a model?
Oh.
He hated it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he hated it.
He's like, great, another model that I have to go on a date with.
I think this is really interesting because it sounds like he was the one that initiated everything and that you weren't really actually looking for a date. And then suddenly you're left with a guy who isn't calling you back. Do you know what happened? Like, is there anything that you can think of?
I mean, I've been sort of going over it and over it. It's been a couple weeks. I did text him a few times, but he didn't get back to me.
How did the date end?
I said this was really fun, and I think he said, yeah, I had fun too, and he kissed me.
Why would he not call?
So we didn't make specific plans to see each other again, but I just kind of assumed, well, yeah.
It's so weird. I mean, the guy meets a model who loves dogs, will try any beer that he gives her, kisses her at the end of the night. I mean, you sound like the perfect woman on paper. What did you do wrong? What happened,
That's what
Lisa?
I can't figure out.
You have no idea on that date what could have happened.
I mean, as far as I understood, it was totally fine. Maybe I was laughing too hard at his jokes, or
yeah, that's
Maybe that's it. Yeah, I thought he was too fabulous. Honestly, maybe he got scared because if you're that attractive and that cool, he might have been like, "Oh, dude, maybe she's a little too good for me." I mean, some guys are not that confident, you know.
You sound like marriage material. Like, lock that down.
All right, Lisa, we're gonna play a song. Come right back, then call him and get your second date update. Okay?
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'm really excited to hear the second part of this second date update. Because let's recap real quick. Lisa's on the phone with us. Lisa is a model who likes to go out and drink beer. She loves dogs. She met this dude at a dog park, went on a date, ended up kissing him at the end of the date. Lisa,
Yeah.
are you the perfect woman?
Oh, no. No.
She's humble, remember?
Oh,
That's
so
what the
she really
perfect
is.
woman has.
And she's humble.
Wow.
Just know, Lisa, that if it doesn't work out, you've got two backups in this room.
Oh, yeah.
Jubal and Jose are ready to take you out.
And about every other male listener that we have listening. So
And a couple of girls. Let's not lie.
we're going to be able to find you a date no matter what. All right, hang on, okay? I'm going to call him right now. Feel free to jump in whenever you want, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Julian, please?
Yeah, this is Julian.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Just calling you to chat for a second, if you have a few.
I got a second. What's going on?
Julian, you're confident. I like that
Yeah.
about you. And you listen.
So you listen to our show at all?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Okay. Have you ever heard the second date update segments that we do?
I think I have. It's where like people like talk about like their bad dates and stuff.
Right. Somebody emailed us about you.
Oh yeah.
Yes. You went out on a date with someone and then didn't call them back. Any idea who we're talking about?
Is it Lisa?
Yes, it is Lisa. Julian, real quick. She's a model who likes dogs. She seems really cool and laid back because she went to have beer with you that she doesn't normally drink beer, and she kissed you at the end of your little date. Can I just be very blunt with you and ask you, what the are you thinking not calling her back? Like, it sounds like the perfect woman.
What's your problem, Julian?
I don't know. Just a model. It was cool. It was fun. It was, I don't know.
Did you like her? Did you connect with her?
Yeah, sure. She laughed a lot, which was great. And, she tried those beers. Her dog was super cool. It's a lot of fun. But, you just kind of know when it's not going to work out.
Okay, well, why don't you think it's going to work with her?
You know how you get that vibe, you connect or not. But, I think it just isn't going to work out between us. So if you could just pass that along to her, and tell her what's up, that'd be great.
I feel like you're holding back.
Julian, there's usually something you can pinpoint, though, where you're like, all right, like, she's kind of a bore or whatever. What is the reason that you don't want to get a second date with her?
I'm just going to say this. I'm not a jerk. But at one point in the date, she told me that she's 31 years old.
Okay.
And I'm 28, and I just got this rule where I don't date girls who are in their 30s.
Oh! Okay.
Really?
In their 30s?
Yeah.
I'm 31.
Hey, Julian, Lisa's on the phone with us right now.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? I didn't know you were on the line.
What's going on with you? 3 years is too much for you? What? You can't handle a 3-year age difference? You're almost 30 yourself.
I know, but I don't date girls who are 30 themselves.
Oh!
There's so many 30-year-old girls out there that just want to kill Julian right now.
Why? Why?
I mean, no offense, but it's just, I don't want to start something with a girl who's like significantly older than me. Like, I know it's only 3 years, but like 29 to 30 is a huge difference.
What? You can't do math very
No,
well.
it's not at all a huge difference. That's like nothing these days.
But your state of mind is a huge difference. Like, in their 30s,
Okay.
they're looking to have, like...
Was I acting old? Was I acting... I don't understand. Was I acting like an old lady to you?
No, not at all.
I get it.
Super fun. It's not you. It's me. It's my thing. I just don't want to date an older girl because I don't want to... I want to get involved with someone who's a little older, who's going to be pushing to have kids earlier than I want to.
Oh, my God.
And who wants to, like...
That's what I was. That's what I was thinking. I was going to say, Julian, I kind of understand where you're coming from because girls that are over 30 are usually looking to settle down and want kids. Yes, they are.
Dude, Lisa, get him. You get him, girl. You tell him your peace of mind right now.
First of all, it would have been just common politeness even to answer my text. You could have said anything. You said nothing. You didn't get back to me at all. Why did you kiss me at the end of the date?
I didn't want you to think that I was, like, unattracted or didn't have a good time, and I didn't text you back or call you back because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, all right?
But you could have said a million things. You could have been like, I had a lot of fun, but I just don't see this happening right now. You could have made any kind of excuse or just, hey, have a nice life. That would have been better than nothing. I know a lot of women my age who have no interest in kids. My dog is my kid. My friends are my kids. I don't need kids.
Thank you.
So you're blocking yourself off from a lot of opportunities.
Lisa keeps getting hotter, in my opinion, now that you said that. But I will say this. The majority of women that reach 30 and aren't in a committed relationship do start panicking. They want to get married and they want kids. A majority, Brooke. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Here's the thing, dude. One date, you can't tell what people want. And you should treat each person as not a big general stereotype that's put on by media and magazines about how women are...
Brooke, since the
I'm
moment I met
serious.
you and you turned 30, you started talking about how you wanted to have kids because you didn't want an AMA thing on your birth, whatever
That's
it's called.
true. Right.
Mature...
And I was engaged and getting married. Like I
because
was in
you
a
wanted
point,
to be, but you've talked about how nervous it made you that you were getting older and not having kids.
But I
so-
want kids. Not every woman wants kids.
Right.
Lisa doesn't want kids. He's making a big generalization that I'm the same person because I'm 32 as Lisa, who's 31, which isn't fair to either of us.
But
Here's the thing. You say that now at 31 or 32, but when you're like 34 and you hear that clock ticking, then you're going to be like, we got to have kids. And I'm like, I'm just 30 or I'm 31. I don't want to have kids. I'm not going to have kids till I'm 40.
Are you freaking deaf, dude? She said she didn't want to have kids.
Maybe she'll want kids
she
later.
says that now. Yeah, she says that now. Exactly.
Oh, you guys are idiots. I think that Lisa probably knows what she wants better than you or you.
Well, considering you don't hang out with women over 30, how the hell would you know how they think?
Lisa. Thank you.
I know, dude. Trust me, okay?
You don't know crap.
Would you rather I lied to you or even, like, dated you a second or third time and slept with you and then been like, hey, guess what? Because, I mean, I think you're attractive. I think you're cool. I think you're great. I just don't like your age.
And I like the fact that Julian also said that he knows he could sleep with you by the third date. Lisa, how about that?
Oh, my God, Lisa. You dodged a bullet, girlfriend.
I think so.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Well, I think I know where this is going to go.
Really? You can tell already from my tone of voice?
We will send you guys out on a second date. The show will pay for it.
Oh, God.
Julian, would you like to go on a second date with Lisa?
If this question were to be posed to me like 3 years ago, I'd be like, yes. But as of today, no.
Julian's going to end up old, 42, driving a freaking convertible Sebring, balding with nobody on the line.
3 25-year-olds in the back seat.
Yeah, I was going to say, a.k.a. living the life. Congrats, Julian.
Thank you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
There was a time